Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
Fade in.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself. But go f yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
What's the matter? Take yourself a great big bite of meat. Taste the pleasure of the highest quality pork around.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
I've been told by lore people for this stuff for House of the Dragon for the books. Yeah, Rhaenyra, she was into dining at the Clam Slam. She was into that.
Clam Slam.
She slammed clams. She dined at the oyster bar. She was all into that. Well, we're talking about people who have serious sexual orientation and gender identity problems. And I'm not talking, and when I say sexual orientation, I don't mean, a dude who likes a dude and a chick who likes a chick. We're talking about people who think that they're non-binary and they don't know how to play with their holes and shit like that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Who writes someone that's a genius and that everybody is over there sucking her toes, and then you got to come over here and then say something ridiculous like, hey, victimize me, daddy.
Like, I want to dive into her deep pool and swim around in her labia.
I will twerk on her on the bed. I ain't going to do it in the middle of the dance floor.
That's what I'm... Yeah, whatever.
That's all right.
Why? My brain didn't need that. I'd already seen too many pictures of Shooty today.
What?
Well, there's an image in my mind.
Ooh, so exciting.
It has shown us one thing. The fake fans, the stands, they show up. They showed up for all of these. But they're not an audience.
Nope.
They're a bunch of weirdos hanging out in a parking lot watching each other do weird shit.
Oh, God.
I don't know where I come up with these. They just happen.
Are you out there watching them watch them?
I can hear them from where I am. That's the
a lot of squelching.
Yeah. Listen, at least I don't have to clean it up. That's good.
Oh, these two girls when you kiss, they're going to be hot. Oh, Elizabeth Hurley's going to get butt naked in this.
People are not going to enjoy that. They recast him. He's like 16 now, and he's got painted fingernails. And he's like, oh my God, let's cast a spell.
I'm still jerking off in front of my console. There is nobody of merit there. It's for their new fan base. That's who D23 is for. Everybody who went there knowing they sniff crotch and suck shit.
What?
But we don't want Revan touched. No.
Agreed.
You don't want anything good touched.
No.
Agreed.
Yeah. Because Disney Star Wars is a bad touch.
It is a bad touch.
Touches you in the bad place.
It's a bad touch.
Show me on the doll where Disney Star Wars touched you.
I need a bigger doll.
Oh, God.
There's no doll left.
My name is a pimp named Dreesen, and I believe I've misplaced some merchandise at this residence. Lord Jesus and the shepherds, where is Daddy's money? I will not hesitate for one solitary second to put hands on somebody if I don't have my monies.
You got to watch it. You got to hit the like button.
We've got to get it up for him, guys. Come on. Everyone who's watching this video needs to
go
over
Don't say it like that.
And share the video. We got to keep going.
Don't they have to get it up for me? Don't say it like that. God damn it.
We want to enjoy what we're looking at. We don't want sores and fat whores. Liar! No.
Let me be as clear as I can. Ain't no colors in Scandinavia.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Who is that? I don't know that person anymore. I don't have to deal with them at all anymore. They're I don't even think about
That's your best friend. Your future boyfriend.
Oh, God. Why would you do that to me?
God,
I'd rather have Dermy as my boyfriend than that.
Oh, God. I'm gonna tell you, if I'm gonna tell you a story and the end result is gonna be me taking a dump on somebody's forehead, do you care about how we got there?
Yeah, you know what? This freaking existed. It exists. That exists.
You just imagined it.
I guess. Kind of hurts. I think it's physical.
I'm colored. Shut up. But I also hate you a little because you go and make it your business to try to make fun or try to get in. If yes, exactly, half-breed putting her crotch in my face. You know how much I love Snorlax? I'm gonna prove it to you. These are my slippers. All right, Snorlax slippers. I don't give a crap who knows. I'm a grown man and I'm rocking Snorlax slippers. I don't give a crap.
And these tool bags wouldn't know quality if it walked up and motorboated them. Because, you know, you're going to motorboat quality.
Wait, what?
Quality boobs. You want to motorboat quality boobs. You know?
There we go. All better now. Man, titties are the greatest things on earth.
I live for catching Dre off guard. I live for it. It's he never knows when it's gonna happen. Welcome to the round table where I think we've got a feisty one for you guys today. I didn't know what I was gonna possibly bring to the table for this week's show, but then this week happened. And boy, did it happen. As painful as it is, Dragon Age the Veilguard dropped, and we have got a lot actually talk about. I didn't play the game. I'm not going to play the game because I can't and will not drop $70 on that dog shit because that would have actually hurt me. But there is so much out there, and I'm gonna make a case for you guys today. I've got some evidence, not all of it because I didn't realize I had the evidence until I'd already passed it by, and it's Twitter. I'm not good at finding the shit once it's gone by, but I'll make a case, you guys, on how a lot of this launch is staged, manufactured, fake fan oriented. And they are already in trouble with certain announcement that they did yesterday. Okay, so we got that. We've got the patheticness of Disney Star Wars. I watched the Skeleton Crew trailer, and I made fun of it. And I made some stands very unhappy. And at the same time, you lead into the general state of Disney Star Wars. This is it. Skeleton Crew is it going into next year. They don't have anything up per my looking around. Nothing until Mando Grogu. Nothing until Mando Grogu. I don't think. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. I don't see anything. So this is it. And then we could show you how pathetic they are. We got one last little bit of Acolyte patheticness. Have you guys seen their Save the Acolyte webpage?
I've been gracefully spared.
I found it.
And you're going to ruin it.
They're still talking about that show?
Yes, they are still pretending it's a thing. And then we will look at the pathetic, the dismal lineup, the MCU 2025 lineup. It's official. I think it looks like dog shit. And I think you guys agree with me. Other than that, hi, Jed. How you feeling today?
I'm doing great. We talked about a great movie last night, got me in a good mood. And, you know, the news, at least of today, is nothing that affects me personally. So even the worst of it, I can just laugh at. So I'm here to have a good time.
Excellent, excellent. Hi, Dragon Lady. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I actually thought I was going to be half an hour late because the clocks have gone back an hour over here, and I hadn't been aware that the clocks had also gone back an hour. So, yeah, I got a bit confused. I'll let you know just in case.
That's all right. And I was awake when our clock turned over, so I could turn around all the clocks in the house that are not connected to the internet, so I could get them up and running so nobody would get confused. And then I was there to help Jeremy. We'll get that in a second. Hi, Dre. How you feeling? Welcome back.
Yeah, feels good to be back. I've been away a couple weeks, had a couple crazy Sundays, but I'm back today. Feels good to be back with everybody. And Dragon Lady, you're not alone. I have been dealing with this time jumping thing for my entire life, and I'm still not used to it. It is ridiculous.
Abolish it.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Yes, abolish it.
I don't know even why we even have it anymore.
Right. I'm gonna ask you this question here. I got a question for you. So last night we fought about this on Dermy's stream, and and you guys know how it pains me to do this. Congratulations to Dermy. You did your 24 hours, but a lot of us got you through it. I was there we calculated it, 10 to 11 hours of his 24-hour stream. I was there. So we got him there. Dermy got it 24 hours, but we had an argument about this last night. Do you guys want it to be the spring forward where it stays lighter longer, or fall back where it's darker longer? If we stop it, if we abolish it right now, I say spring. I want it to be lighter.
I agree.
Longer.
I agree. I want my extra sunlight hour and then turn this thing off. Be done.
I usually enjoy the fall back more than spring forward because that means I get more sleep. But if we're resetting into a baseline, I would agree. Stick with the springtime one.
Baseline, not getting her back there. Just once it stops, let's stop it. Spring forward, even though we lose that hour, let's take that out of the equation. I want it to be lighter because I function better during daylight. I just do, and I like to do things near the day. I don't like to be out at night, and so. But Dermy's like, no, we need it at night so I can do my degenerate shit in the shadows. I don't know. You can say that.
He makes a case. He makes a compelling argument. But I was privileged to live so many years in Arizona, which is one of only 2 states in the U.S. that does not have daylight savings. And I miss it, man. This is only my 2nd year without it. And it feels weird to even care about daylight savings. It's nonsense.
Well, it's been my whole life. Yeah. No, well, maybe next week we'll be on the step towards getting rid of it. Maybe, just maybe. A man can dream. But we don't talk about that stuff around here. Not really on this show. So, hail to the chat. Can't go forward without telling you hail and howdy to the chat. Hail, good sir Algrim the Strong, who did a mighty effort last night to secure my next 2 drive-in selections. We'll discuss that at the end of the show. Hail to you, good sir, along with Legatus, my mods, here to bring the peace. And I guess, I still hold. Algrim makes me feel better about myself. And Legatus here together. That's just the way it is. I accept it. Devil and angels on my shoulders. Hail, Kale. How are you? Going to hail to Ruben X. Hail, Dom H, who was with us on Dermy's stream. And Dom H is a good citizen of the United Earth Federation. When I was swarmed by bugs, Dom H, the hero that he is, waded into that maelstrom of claws and jaws and gook and pulled my dead ass out and got me to safety on the ship. Dom H is a patriot and a hero. He got me there.
12 minutes, 40 seconds.
Yeah, that was really gay.
Hey, man, you don't know what it's like being in the shit with the bugs everywhere, man. It's terror. It's a nightmare. It's horrible.
Bugs make you gay? Kind of explaining why Bill Gates is pushing so hard for us to eat bugs.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, that's good.
Huzzah, son of Joxer. How you doing, my friend? Going on down, saying who is so coming. Hail, Weasel. Weasel, who was with us? Weasel was there. He saw it. He could attest to the fact that Dom H is a hero. Going on down with it some more. Hail, Jay Frazier. How are you? Glad to see you here with us, despite the fact that you are suffering the effects of the time change. Hail, Kaylee Scope as well. And hail anybody who is just watching and not chatting. We are happy to have you here. Hit that like button. And as I've been doing it for the past week or so now, since YouTube has provided a new grifting tool, I am one to take advantage of it because I need to learn to grift better. You guys tell me that all the time. We have a goal. We have the super chat goal. Very simple one this week. And it's one that benefits the chat. If you guys give us 5 super chats this week, just 5, you get to dictate what our first segment topics are next week. So when we come live next week, you guys will say, I will remind you on the community tab on the channel here. You guys say, okay, Adam, we want you guys to talk about this stuff, like the first segment, like 20, 30 minutes. You guys get to dictate what we talk about, putting it in your hands. Now, of course, it's got to be tasteful. It's got to be YouTube friendly.
It's not like review a new porn film or something like that.
Yeah, but you guys I'm putting in your hands, so it's interactive. You guys get to be a part of the show. You are already a part of the show. We can't do this without you, but I'm giving you guys something fun to do. It's just 5 super chats. There are no limits. There's no thresholds. 5 super chats. You could do it. But don't make Algrim do it all by himself this time. Don't make him do it all by himself. Anyway, okay, so we've got a warm-up, though. We got a warm-up article. This dropped yesterday. And let me just lower this down because now it's too bright. Freaking, why can't Park Place get a dark mode? Why can't they get a dark mode? God damn it. And I
the guy with that StreamYard's dark mode.
I have StreamYard's dark mode.
It's not working.
No, it doesn't work when you come in. It only works for me. See, I get to live in the darkness. You have to live.
That's weird. No, and the other shows I'm in on, when the host has it, it applies to everyone in the room. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't apply to every show that I'm on, unless it's me. It doesn't apply to me. Like every time.
Oh yeah, I get dark mode with everybody else except for you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess I'm racist. And, the sad dark mode. I know I actually complained and I said, "Why haven't you given me dark mode yet?" And the next day they gave me dark mode. So,
being a Karen works sometimes.
Well, it had reached the end of the period where they said we all get, and I said, "Can I please have my dark mode?" And I was polite.
Please, sir, can I have some darkies?
15 minutes. That's going in. Thank you.
I live to serve.
Yes. I feel so good about us. So we do have a warm-up story here. Jed is going to suffer Assassin's Creed Shadows for us in February.
If it comes out, then maybe it'll get delayed again.
Yeah. They've already cost them $20 million. This delay, apparently, it's already cost $20 million. So last night, the Shadows boss says DEI is killing the game, but doubles down on it and attacks critics. So let's read this and let's get our thoughts.
What a dumbass.
Ubisoft Assassin's Creed boss Mark Alexis Cote admitted that the company's injection of DEI into Shadows is harming the game's potential, but declared that he plans to double down on it and even attack critics. So let's get to right.
How can you admit that there's a problem and say, instead of fixing this problem, I'm just going to double down on it? I don't know if this is the same guy, but Ubisoft a few months ago, if we remember, said gamers need to get used to not owning their own games. Yeah. So they're already completely ignoring the gamers' experience, what the gamers want. Yeah. They don't care. It's very much what we think you need is more important than what you want. Mm-hmm. And that's why I really like the Baldur's Gate 3 guy's response. Did you guys hear about that? To the get used to not owning your own game?
I did, but I don't remember the details.
So yeah, the Baldur's 3 creative director, I think, responded to the Ubisoft statement about not owning games. It's like, well, if gamers need to get used to not owning their games, developers should get used to not having jobs.
Yeah.
Very happy with that.
That's good. That's nice and nice, good retort to that one. As reported by Eurogamer, Cote made an appearance at the BAFTA. We don't know how popular the BAFTA is right now with all their virtue signaling crap. BAFTA, where he shared that discussions of Ubisoft's DEI policies can influence how our gamers are perceived, but rather than shy away from those conversations, we should see them as an opportunity. What I love about this is that they're openly admitting we are DEI infected.
Mm-hmm.
They're openly admitting it.
Yeah, the denial phase is over. We're in we were doing it the whole time, but it's actually a good phase. It's always a fun phase to be in.
Like is why not? Like the charade is over. Everybody sees it. So you might as well just come out and say, like, hey, look, I know we've been lying and gaslighting for about 5 years, but you know what? Let me tell you the truth. Yeah, we're trying to influence everything and we're trying to ruin all your good fun. It's good that they're being that open about it finally.
Mm-hmm. But there's still going to be the stands out there who change their opinion on this and say, yeah, of course they've been doing it the whole time, even though we lied to your face and pretended to agree with them. But it's a good thing. Why are you such a bigot?
And that's the thing. The stands are just morons because it depends on wherever the people that they want to defend, whatever their stance is on. Because like when they were saying like, oh, it's not happening, the stands were like, you're just a racist bigot. Blah, 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 and that's why you think it is. But now it's saying like, oh, it is, and they're like, oh, right, yeah, it is, and it's great. Like it's just these people are lemmings. Lemmings.
Yeah, programmed. They will do whatever. They'll follow anything. They'll right off the cliff. They don't,
and they'll just forget everything they've said in the past. That's why I call it the Dory mentality. The stands can't keep anything in their heads longer than 2 seconds unless it's the active thing. It's gone. I mean, that comes to stuff that they pretend to love. Like, ask any of them what the plot of Book of Boba Fett was. Any of the stands who said it was the greatest thing ever. Not one of them will be able to answer it. In a couple months, Agatha and Acolyte will be the same thing, where they won't be able to answer that question.
Book of Boba Fett was about Boba getting in touch with understanding that the Tusken Raiders, the Sand People, are the indigenous people that must be respected. And then it's about him trying to steal power for some reason on Tatooine which is a middle of nowhere planet. And once Jabba wasn't in power anymore, was no longer a seat of power for the underworld.
Yeah, Jabba's what made it influential.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's pointless.
And then the rest of it is about fighting people who wanted to take it away from him, and so they could shoehorn in 2 episodes of The Mandalorian. And
you definitely remember more than anybody else.
You know, my memory's crazy.
That's true.
If I watched it, it's in here. It's the photographic memory shit. I can't help it. I wish there was shit I could forget. I wish I could forget.
Yeah, strategic deleting.
Yeah, I can't do it though. I can't. I'll forget some conversations once in a while, but if I've watched it and read it, it's generally in here and it doesn't go away. It's a blessing and a curse. From there, he attempted to gaslight people in attendance by stating, Assassin's Creed has always been about exploring the full spectrum of human history. Notice I said spectrum.
What the hell does that even mean? The full spectrum of human history. If you mean, hey, the earlier games like to accurately portray history, that would be true. I always love the example. I believe it was the second Assassin's Creed, might have been the first, but they were going to include a crossbow into the game as one of your weapons, and then they realized it was the first. Yeah. They realized it wasn't invented for another 2 years after the game took place, so they took it out. That is beyond what even I would have expected from them or asked from them. But that care to attention to detail, to historical accuracy, is just something I had to give them a lot of respect for. So yeah, if that's what you're talking about, that's absolutely true. But to change history and pretend it didn't exist in a certain way to reflect the modern day, that's not what that sentence means or what the original games were going for. It's bizarre.
It is bizarre. It's very strange, and it can be interpreted in many ways, either not secret agenda or maybe they're trying a little autism thing. I don't know. This guy's definitely on the spectrum. He's definitely on the spectrum. And by its very nature that history is diverse. Yeah, the entire world has people of different shapes, sizes, and colors, and ethnicities and religion. Of course, the world and history is diverse because you know what? History isn't just one region. It's the whole goddamn world.
Now, different regions aren't diverse from history. And that's just implicit fact because that's how different diversities, different skin colors developed, is because of these regional differences. So in a time when, you know, immigration was difficult, when traveling was difficult, people were being, you know, pushed down into these little small regional groups, and then the racial distinctive features would develop. So yeah, it absolutely was the case that there wasn't a whole lot of diversity by region. Of course, by the planet, everything's on the planet. So yeah, good job saying the planet's diverse. But Japan, not a whole lot of black people in feudal Japan. In Norway, not a whole lot of Asian people in Norway. In, you know, the Americas 1,000 years ago, not a whole lot of white people. It's not a complicated thing to say.
Homogeny is a thing. It exists. And it's not racism. It's simply where everybody is. And as Jed pointed out, as travel and immigration became a thing, then suddenly you're going to have mixing.
Yeah.
But a little bit of mixing isn't going to wipe out generations of homogeny. You know, there's no naturally blonde people in Japan. They all got dark hair.
No coloreds in Scandinavia.
To quote yourself, my friend. Yeah.
It's the reality, and the idea that the world itself, absolutely, like Jed said, it is diverse. The world is. But everybody comes from somewhere. If you're going to parts of Europe, you're going to find some Anglo-Saxons. Period. That's where they come from. If you're going to certain parts of Africa that has never seen a white man, I promise you, there's not going to be any half-breeds running around. It's not going to happen.
Whole lot of darkness.
Exactly. Period. If you go to Japan, it's going to be, wait for it, Japanese people. The only place on planet Earth, let me be clear, the only place on planet Earth that has a hodgepodge of every other culture is the United States of America. That is it.
Yeah, and
everywhere else is where you'll find those people that are now here.
And we call it the melting pot because it brings everything together and then we assimilate into something new. It's not a toss. You know, they try to educate the kids now. They call it a toss salad where everything is still individual. No, that's against what this country stands for. You're supposed to come together and create something new. We were the outcasts of the world. We ran away from oppression to create something free. And then we merged our cultures into a new culture, yet still respecting where we came from, still paying homage to it, still knowing what made us who we are. I mean, there's a reason in New York City, even though everybody's a New Yorker, back in the day, you still had Italian sections. You still had Harlem. You still had the Irish section. You had all this stuff. Got Chinatown. Chinatown. It's there. And like Dre said, I was in China. You walk right there. It's a sea of, dark hair. Shut up. It's a sea of dark-haired people with slanted eyes. It's a sea. And when you got me and a bunch of other gringos, a bunch of gaijin walking around with our blonde hair and our features that do not match, we stand out. I mean, there was a dude, first time I went there for my buddy's wedding, like a decade ago. We were a small group, like 5 or 6 of us, and there was one dude, a friend of ours called Jason, and at one point, and he looked as American as the rest of us, and at one point, he vanished, and we said, well, he's gone, acceptable losses. I'm sure somebody will find him. It doesn't look the same. So, I mean, maybe somebody's going to find him eventually. He's going to stick out, but he's acceptable losses. We got to keep going forward with our adventures. So, the homogeny is real. It's not racism. And like Dre said, America is the only place in the world where you're going to find a natural organic mix. Not the shit, as I'm sure Dragon Lady and our other British friends can attest to, not the shit you're seeing that's going on their island where it's an invasion. It's a literal invasion. So
pretty much.
Well, I'd like to slip in a little bit about the melting pot. I think the reason why they hate the melting pot term and want to, go away to the toss salad or whatever it is now is because the melting pot takes a very pragmatic status on all these different cultures. It implies not every culture is perfect. The melting pot idea is taking the best of all these different cultures to make something new that has all the best combinations of all these different cultures. But they deem it as racist to say, hey, there are some bad parts of different cultures. It's not, though. Every culture has stuff that is to an outsider thinking, yeah, that's probably not good. And so you want to take the best from everything. And that's just not something that they can understand, is separating the race from the culture.
And you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say this. It might be controversial, might not be. Americanized Chinese food is better than China Chinese food. It's better.
He's had both, so he can actually make that statement.
Yep, it's better. It's not as scary. Chinese food is scary. That shit, they leave the heads on some stuff, man. And some of the way they cook that shit, it's frightening. And they'll eat anything over there, man.
Panda Express for the win.
There's a line. As long as its back faces heaven, it's edible.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, what? Yeah, as long as its back faces heaven, it's edible.
That sounds really gay for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, they'll listen. Well, on my trip to the Great Wall of China, because I went to Great Wall of China, I went over to the Mongolian side, where a part that hadn't been rebuilt yet. It was a little bit of an adventure. We stopped along the way because one of the dudes said, "I want to eat dog." So we found him someplace to eat dog. He ate dog. Shit you not. He ate dog. I just was like this. Like,
no.
I'm going.
No.
Unless
it's a chihuahua.
I'm sorry.
I'm not lying. I don't.
Back
Why would
faces heaven?
The back.
Such a weird phrase.
Jesus Christ.
Don't eat anything. Listen.
What was the topic?
I don't remember anymore.
Assassin's Creed Shadows, diversity in history, because they say staying true to history means embracing the richness of human perspectives without compromise. He continued, for example, Assassin's Creed Shadows, we highlight figures, both fictional like Naue, a Japanese woman warrior, and they're doubling down at historical like Yasuke, the African-born samurai. They will not give up that black ghost. Dre, they're clinging to it.
Bruh. Fine. Let's just say this person existed. Fine. Let's just say that he was a samurai. Great. The overwhelming majority of that country is Japanese. You pick the one Afro-American
dude
individual in all its history that may have been prominent, and you're going to put that in front of the Japanese public? Are you retarded? You finally get a Japanese mainline Assassin's Creed game, and you do not use a Japanese guy.
Nope.
Oh, I guarantee you, day one there will be an Asian mod for Assassin's Creed Shadows.
And then it'll be banned. And then it'll be banned.
On Nexus, it'll be banned, but you still be able to get it on other sites.
You get on Steam.
I love Dre's perspective, but even if we accept that this dude is historically accurate, it's not what anybody wants. And I think he could have fitted into the game as a supporting character. We've had plenty of historical people in Assassin's Creed games before. They're
Leonardo
interesting.
da Vinci!
Yeah, you interact with them, maybe some side quests with this dude, but making him the primary character when you finally get into Japan, finally getting Japanese protagonists, you're erasing Japanese protagonists for a black man who's going to wreak havoc. He's not the stealth one. He's not even an assassin. He's just a tank. And he's going to be blowing up buildings by the dozen. All right, that's an exaggeration. But still, he is just a force of nature blowing up everything where he goes, slaughtering.
And they're on the record that both Naue and Yasuke will be sexually ambiguous. They will go anyway. So you're going to have a gay black man beating up Asian people.
Now, when it came to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I can buy a little bit of gayness in ancient Greece. It's historically accurate.
Yeah,
Japan, as far as I'm aware, wasn't as
very repressive,
provocative. Yeah,
very repressive.
Yeah,
they still ain't down with the clown.
Listen. We talked about I've talked about some of the things. The yaoi and yuri subgenre culture of Japanese smut. It's there. And it's happy where it is, and its proponents and fans like it where it is. They're not trying to make everybody into yaoi and yuri. All right?
That's correct.
And that's where it is. They still blur their porn over there, man.
It's true.
They still blur their porn. It is 2024. Genitalia in Japan below the waist is still blurred out.
Yep. Sure is. And these and according to Ubisoft and everybody else, this is the culture that's going to be down with the X Division Championship and butt plugs. That's not it. That's not it. It's not. And to make And once again, let's just say that Yasuke is a historical figure, and everything that's been said about him throughout history is true. He was a heterosexual man that had a wife and children.
That's one of the few things we know about him.
Yes, according to the history that we understand. So you want to take a historical figure, and these are their words. Take a historical figure because they want to bring whatever eyes to the coloreds in Japan, whatever that means. And then you take liberties with this person's character, irregardless. These people are mentally ill. Yeah, mentally ill.
While the inclusion of a black samurai in feudal Japan has sparked questions and even controversy, Naue, as a fictional character, has also faced scrutiny for her gender. She's a kunoichi. Really? No one cares if she's a kunoichi. Nobody cares.
Yeah, I haven't heard a single person say there was a problem with the female Assassin's Creed protagonist in this game, because we've had that for years at this point. Yeah. Syndicate, I think, did it very well.
Evie was great. I loved Evie. And here's the thing. I've heard people say they would have rather had it just been Naue. They would have just
that would have been
no
better.
Complaints. There'd be no complaints, none at all. All right, he keeps going though. He then justified that Naue as being just as Yasuke's presence in Japanese history is fact, so too are the stories of women who defied societal expectations and took up arms in times of conflict. So what?
Who cares?
Yeah, I haven't heard a single person give a shit about her inclusion.
Yeah. Skip this part. Next to the next part. Kote then pulled out of the tired talking points that the leftists always use. We pulled out the tired talking points of leftism. It's always been woke. Don't you love that, Jed? They always roll that out. Assassin's Creed has always been woke.
Yeah, it's not true.
Or in this case, it's always been diverse, he said. And this isn't new ground for the franchise. From Altair to Aveline de Grand Pré to... I can't even pronounce that.
That's Connor from the third game.
That's Connor? Okay, that's Connor. Okay, the Connor.
Yeah, that's his Native American name.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm sorry. Fuck that. I'm not doing that.
It's insane. I can't pronounce it.
We've consistently introduced protagonists from a diverse racial, ethnic, and gender identities. History is inherently diverse, and so is Assassin's Creed and all the stories we tell. And you know what? We've been fine with most of them. Connor was boring as sin.
Yeah, that was more writing issue than diversity issue. But yeah, all these examples that he's giving make sense in the context of the history. We're taking place in the first or second crusade. Of course, there's going to be a Middle Eastern man during the crusades in the Middle East. Are we shocked here? Oh, we've got a black woman in Louisiana in the late 1800s. Wow, I'm just or early 1800s. Mind blown.
Got Native American during the Revolution.
Yeah, these aren't crazy things. Or Adewale in Black Flag, or when he was Rogue. No, Freedom Cry, where he was the protagonist. Yeah, that made perfect sense. These all make sense historically, but they're using them as example to explain why shadows should also be okay, even though it doesn't make sense historically.
And even according to the history of Assassin's Creed, this is breaking the so-called, we'll call it the norm of how these games work. They are, by definition, diverse. These games take place in not only different time periods, but in different countries. And we get to see the culture of those different countries. Why in the world will you then morph the opportunity for Japanese culture to be looked at in its proper light by inserting this character? You are literally breaking this cycle that's already there and established. Have a and the pattern has been since, I think you said Syndicate, Jet, when they started doing the male and female, I believe.
Syndicate.
Yeah, that started. And so therefore you can just have a male Japanese protagonist and a female Japanese protagonist. And no one would have given two squirts of piss. Everybody would have went and got the game and had themselves a good time. But no, they broke their own rules in order to push an agenda that wasn't even necessary for a game that is inherently, by every correct definition, of diverse.
Well, Dre, I got 3 words for you: diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Oh, the DEI.
That's it, the
I'd rather cut my own leg off than hear that thing again.
And because this is relevant to the conversation, our first super chat on the way to the goal from Alpha Omega for $5. Funnily enough, Kunoichi didn't actually exist IRL. They're an invention from the 60s from a book called Koga Nippon Cho. Well, thank you. I didn't actually know that. But the broader point, they haven't been rejected. People have accepted it as a part of the genre.
Yeah.
Hell, I mean, hot lady ninjas. Who's going to complain about hot lady ninjas?
Nobody.
Yeah. And when you introduce sort of maybe the superpowered nature of ninjutsu and other stuff like that, they have an ability to exceed being maybe their size or that or skills. And you know what? If they're using weapons, then that, especially ninja weapons, which are for stealth and assassination and stuff like that, you can buy it. You can buy it. It's not out of the realm of disbelief. Right. Thank you, Alpha Omega, for $5. All right. So then he says, to be clear, our commitment to inclusivity is grounded in historical authenticity and respect for diverse perspectives, not driven by modern agendas.
That's a lie.
This picture right here is the evidence that you're not like that. All right. He's not done. He's not done. Now he goes. So that was the double down. That was the double down where it's basically F you. We were right. You're wrong. We've always been like this, which we just proved in our discussion of the past games that they're not. Next, Kote attacked critics of Ubisoft's diversity and inclusion policies, which he is clearly an advocate for. Alongside these deep-rooted franchise values is our commitment to recognize and listen to legitimate criticism as an essential part of the creative process. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you haven't listened to anything we've said. Our community helps us grow, evolve, and deliver better games. I'm going to stop right there. Jed, what is Ubisoft most criticized when it comes to their gameplay for the past decade?
With their
gameplay, the repetitive nature of the gameplay.
Oh, yeah. Everything's the same.
Yeah, everything's the same. Everything, it's copy, cut, and paste. There's no originality, and they take away the things that made their gameplay originality. In Assassin's Creed, what happened to assassinations? Show me the last time Assassin's Creed had a real assassination in it.
Good point.
Yeah, in the way that they took place in the past, it's evolved over the years.
Yeah.
There's still assassinations in all the new games. Mirage's assassinations are hot, steamy garbage, and Valhalla's are weird. They're quick time events now, basically.
But I'm talking like Ezio, man. When you became Ezio and you got to do the double gank, that was revolutionary. And then Ezio had a whole host of tools that you could, take out
of those styles. The lots of different variety that would have been Syndicate would have been the last ones. Once they went over to the RPG element, you've got your generic hide in a bush and just stab someone, and that's it. Like there was no variety to it after Syndicate.
There's no variety because let's be honest, nobody since Syndicate was an assassin.
Yeah. The closest one would be Mirage, but that game's hot, steamy garbage with Basim.
Yeah.
He is a member of the Assassin's Creed Order, had been for a long time. So he would count, but besides that, nobody counts.
Yeah, and so when they say deliver better games, they haven't delivered a quality game in a long time. Not just Assassin's Creed, Outlaws, we're looking at you. Today, we all, however, face the added challenge of distinguishing between genuine feedback and attacks driven by intolerance. Bigots! The bigots are coming!
Just label anything that you don't like as intolerance, and then you can disregard it.
Yep.
It's always bigots.
The current climate is tough on our creative teams. Oh, the sensitive creatives. Jed, as creatives, do we ever need to be coddled?
No.
Good God. Dre, are you coddled?
I am literally in the midst of writing a brand new arc for Trouble. I ain't got time for coddling. These people are weak sauce.
Yeah. They face lies, half-truths, and personal attacks online. It's the goddamn internet. It's the internet. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, I made a reaction trailer. We're going to talk about it in a bit to Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
Yeet.
And I made some stands unhappy. And you know what I told them? I told them I'm going to go F their mamas. That's what I told them.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
Their mamas. In various colorful ways. And I did a sister one today. I was talking to Dermy when I did. I said, Dermy, should I go for their sister or their mom? He said, go for their sister. So I said, okay.
God damn.
Hey, listen, they walk into my backyard. I'm going to stand there. I'm going to turn the hose on them.
Hey, no, I'm with that. Yeah. Look, when you go in somebody else's kitchen, shoot, you finna go right into the stove. You where you ain't supposed to be. I'm with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that just Dre defending the witch from Hansel and Gretel?
I am.
Witch did
nothing wrong. I'm on it. Them kids broke in there. She was minding her business. Forget them kids.
They ate her house. They ate
sure
her
did.
house.
They sure did. Look at it from her perspective. These hoodlums just broke into her home. One unspeakable evils. I'm finna eat somebody.
When the work they pour their hearts into is twisted into a symbol of division, it's not just disheartening. It can be devastating. What keeps me going is the resilience born out of conviction that I see our teams every day. I am especially proud of the Shadows team for staying true to the creative vision and core tenets of Assassin's Creed. Shut up.
This is why I do crystal meth.
44 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's go in.
But yeah, this is all pathetic. This makes him sound sad. Like
it's soy.
Very soy. I mean, like you pointed out, Adam, we're all creatives. We've all had other people read our material and have criticisms for it. And criticism is, as he even points out a minute before this, is what makes you a better writer, better creative, and makes your next product better, as long as it's constructive, of course. But even with these personal attacks, these half-truths, these lies, whatever, like you said, it's the internet. We've all gotten some heinous things said to us. I always refer back to Pray for Myself, and that didn't affect my next video at all. I laughed through a lot of those, and that's just a unfortunate reality of the internet. But if you're just going to label any legitimate criticism as those hateful things because you disagree with it, you're never going to make it as a creative person. Your material is never going to improve over time. These are all unexperienced, untalented people who are being shown how untalented they are, and they're reacting to it like children. They're immature children, and they just need to grow up. Honestly, if this is your reaction, dude, you need to grow up.
Mm-hmm. Listen,
or get off the internet. Lord Jesus.
Because it's relevant, even though I wanted to save it for the Star Wars discussion. After I made the video that day, I did some Starship Troopers with Alf and Weasel and a couple other people that night on stream. And while we were streaming and playing, somebody comes into the chat and says, maybe you should not be playing games and not be so rude. You know what? I'll read it. F it. I'll read it to you guys. No, I don't have time for that shit. No.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Isn't it better for you to play games instead of fighting them in the comments by their logic?
Don't be playing games and don't be so rude to the people in your comments. And, you know, you come into the chat, we all started making fun of his mom for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, of course.
I'm sorry. But it's the internet. It's the internet. Don't be rude. My God. Do you see how my own chat treats me? Do you see how our own chats treat us? Do you see what we do to Dermy on a regular basis? The internet is not a nice place.
It's not.
Cinch up your big boy pants, put on a pair of steel tip boots, and wade through it. God damn. Has he got any more of this? Oh, God, he keeps going. By choosing Naoe and Yasuke as protagonists, we are expanding the narrative landscape, offering new points of view that challenge established norms found in many works of fiction while staying true to the history that shaped them. Jed, you already said it. Assassin's Creed is famous for not being true to history. And now they want to be true to history by making shit up. God damn.
Wait a minute. Wait. Did that joint say we're getting different perspectives while still adhering to history? Is that what that thing said?
Yeah, that can't coexist.
That's what I was about to say. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm retarded. All right. But I'm like, yo, that don't make no sense. Okay. Wow. We're deep into the murky waters.
At the end of the day, Assassin's Creed is not just a franchise. It's a platform. It's a platform for entertainment. No, you turn it to a platform for your agenda. Dialogue, discovery, and understanding. No, it's a video game. We're supposed to play it and have fun. Plain and simple. It's not a platform for anything. It's not a platform for dialogue, discovery, and understanding. It is just a platform for entertainment. That's all it is. It's a game. Plain and goddamn simple. Our commitment isn't just about reflecting on the past. It's about ensuring that the stories we tell continue to unite, inspire, and challenge players, regardless of their background, because we all have to be seen. And we'll continue to stand by these values because they are central to the heart of the franchise. And I believe to the future storytelling itself. And you may very well be the instrument through which Tencent buys your goddamn company.
Ooh, Tencent.
Yeah, they're interested. Yeah, I don't know enough about Tencent's policies. Would
It's
that
a
be an improvement? Do you think that would be
no.
an improvement? No?
It's Tencent. We were actually talking about this a couple hours ago at the end of Dermy's stream, and I made the example. Look at it like this: all these megalithic. Is that a word?
Monolithic?
Monolith? No. All these mega corporations,
There we go.
all these mega corporations, all these mega developers who have been gobbling up all these different developers. Microsoft gets Activision, gobbles up Bethesda. Sony gobbles up the ones they gobbled up. You got I just had it. EA gobbles up everybody, including BioWare, which we're going to talk about in a bit. Here's how I describe them. Sony's a retard. Sony's not inherently evil. They're just retarded and end up doing bad things because they're retarded and stupid and they're reactionary. EA is soulless. They're not evil. They're just soulless. They just want to squeeze you for all your money. Microsoft is evil.
Oh yeah.
Microsoft plain old evil. But Tencent, that's Chi-Com evil. That's literally government controlled. All corporations in China are the government. It's like saying our government was actually running all the corporations here, which is actually worse. The corporations run the government, but that's a different conversation. Tencent is the abyss evil. They want to swallow you up and have what you makes you be gone. So that's why Tencent, that ain't good. That makes Ubisoft even worse, if you ask me. That's my opinion.
Really saying something.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm open for a debate. I mean, Mr. Bug made the point when we were talking about this earlier on Dermy's stream that Tencent made Black Myth Wukong, but at the same time, while it was good, there are also people complaining about it's a situation where we broke the window and now we're going to sell you the new window and say it's better. So they're a part of the problem. Even though they gave you something good, they're still a part of the problem led up to you wanting something good. It's a better way to put it. But there is no good solution. Ubisoft, as you two convinced me months ago, they will be gobbled up by somebody. It's inevitable at this point.
Oh, without question.
I can't think of anyone that it'll work for, though.
No. If and there might be restrictions because certain companies might not be able to absorb them because then they are getting too close to actually making somebody enforce antitrust laws if they do it. So if Tencent does it, it's not any better. He's got, oh God, he just keeps going. All right,
I do want to address something he said a minute ago with the different perspectives with these two protagonists. So if he were just purely talking about play styles, I don't necessarily have a problem with a very small, petite stealth perspective play character and a large barrel through them, heavy combat play style character. I think those should be more incorporated into character customization after you get it, like skill tree, stuff like that. You can make those different play styles with the skill tree or something like that. I prefer it that way. But if you just wanted to break two play styles into choices at the beginning of the game, I don't have an issue with that inherently. So if that's all this was, I don't think I would have an issue with it or anybody else. But that's not what they're saying, and I just can't understand the mentality of these people who are straight up saying, hey, this is a problem. It's not working for us. It is literally killing our company. And now let me tell you all the nonsensical reasons I made up why it's still a good thing and we're going to keep doing it. It's bizarre. So I think they should have focused on that, is the different play styles.
Yeah, I want to wrap this up quickly because this has gone on longer than I thought it would.
He's almost an hour.
Yeah, he's complaining here. He's trying to make it that it's all about it's exploring. It can be the game Creed is a platform of meaningful exploration, reflection, wrapped up in the excitement of unforgettable gameplay. It's a fusion of creativity, diversity, and immersion for everybody around the world up here. And then he's going to play the victim. The stories we tell, the characters we create, and the game worlds we build are instrumentalized by those who seek to silence creativity, to stoke fear and incite hatred. And he's going to quote, all right, Freed Zakaria, as someone who has studied national security, all that stuff, and all that kind of stuff. Fareed Zakaria is one of the biggest know-nothing assholes in the world. This dude doesn't know shit. He's a blowhard. He's a talking head. He gets his history wrong. He makes shit up to back up his points. This guy he's the poster boy of fake national security talking head bullshit. He's an asshole. I had to use him in classes back in the day. Fareed Zakaria sucks. So to use him as your argument, bullshit. Bullshit. So this guy is.
So Adam, what you're saying is that you don't like him.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, I was a little unclear on that too, right?
Yeah, and now you notice here he's talking by bringing in Zakaria, talking about a book called How Democracies Die. He's making it ideological.
Of course, that's always the fallback. When all else fails, just say this is about fill in the blank isms.
Here come the fascists. Here come the fascists to tell us creatives what not to say, and we can't let that happen. It's time for us as creators to stand firm in our commitment to our values by telling stories that inspire, that challenge, and that can help people connect. Our silence cannot be complicit. All right, this guy is out. He just keeps going. He is out to effing lunch, dude. He is out to effing lunch, and this game is going to fail. It's going to be the final nail in Ubisoft's coffin. I mean,
they pushed this back to spring?
February.
February?
Valentine's Day, Dre.
Oh, yeah. And Black History Month.
Both Black People Month and Valentine's Day.
God.
Yeah, I think it might have been more the Black History Month motivation.
Yeah. No, please.
If you think coloreds are rushing to go and buy this because it's on Black History Month, they do not know black folks.
Oh, they don't. Yeah, they don't.
That's the point. So
I mean, they're from France. It's not exactly a very diverse country to begin with.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
It's a little ironic.
They surrender a lot over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to bring it back to what we said at the beginning with Dre. Is this is kind of mask off. And everything he said there is very much, yeah, we've been doing this thing, but it's good that we're doing it and we're going to keep doing it and we're going to fight. We're the brave soldiers now. We're the underdog. Please like us. We're the underdog. And it is a little refreshing for them to finally stop gaslighting us to a certain extent. They're still gaslighting us by saying, hey, if you don't like this, you're, is phobes and isms. But they're at least saying, yes, we're doing everything you're accusing us of, but this is why it's a good thing. And you're still evil. It's not necessarily progress, but
I agree with you. It's refreshing because now there's no takebacks now. There's no takebacks. You can't walk it back and be like, oh no, it's conspiratory. It's these right-wing whatever boogeyman they want to put in front of people. It's over. The mask has come down. You've now openly admitted that yes, we are trying to corrupt your minds, thoughts, and ideologies with our nonsense. And you should because we're the ones on the right side of history. Now it's out in the open. So now when people refuse it, hopefully shareholders and people that are actually losing billions of dollars can now justify shutting these people down. Because it's no longer maybe, woulda, coulda, kinda, maybe. No, we are. And we're trash and we're losing billions.
Oh, yes, billions will be lost. Because remember, this game was in development for a very long time with a very large budget. So
yeah, it's losing money. Maybe not quite to Outlaws territory, but it's still going to be.
Well, they've already lost. They've already lost $20 million because of the delay. They've already lost money.
And that'll make their stock go down even more. And I know we've discussed that there's no way to improve it with a purchase from another company, but at least we can say that that's an admission that this was all a failed business model. Them getting purchased out is an admission of failure. Whether or not they want to actually admit that, we can at least look at that and say, hey, C stands out there. You're not going to, listen to us, but this is proof of what we've been saying this whole time. They failed. So I'm still hoping they get bought out, at least for that.
It'll make a great video. It'll make a great video. All right. Well, that was more of a warm up than I intended. Hot damn. Our blood is pumping now. What the hell? It just crashed. What the hell? Hang on, something's weird here. That's strange. Sorry. Yeah. So they're done. And sorry, my tabs got all messed up for some reason. So this is the video game discussion, Harley. We've been talking about Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft. So it makes sense to go to the main event of tonight. This is the main topic of today. Dragon Age Veilguard.
Oof.
For months, Dre warned my piddly ass.
I did.
That it was going to be bad. He said, Adam, you need to accept this. It is not going to go well for you. And I held out tiny little white boy hope.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And it wasn't so. I wasn't living in denial. It was like I was trying to rationalize. Maybe, just maybe, there would be the core of the game inside it. That you could, that the surface would be the woke shit, and you could still play the game and find something in there. No, that has been proven to have been a full on. I'll be nice to myself. I'll just say dream. I won't put an adjective on it. I'll be nice to myself. You guys can throw all kinds of other garbage at me about that.
You were hopeful. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And it is pretty reasonable to hope that, at least the gameplay aspects of a franchise will stay consistent. As much as I don't like Assassin's Creed Shadows coming out, for example, I still think the combat, the gameplay will be pretty on par with Valhalla, at least. I don't think they're going to go the Mirage route, but there's still going to be some aspects of that to enjoy. And I might be proven wrong in that, just like you. But yeah, hoping for that outcome, I don't think is any reason to make fun of you, say that it was a false dream. You made an educated wish.
Yeah.
Educated wish. That's what you did there, Jed.
Yeah, I know.
But and to Jed's point, Adam, like I said before, you are a fan that wants to see something that you love not desecrated. I said that to you then, and that's why you still held on to that hope. But as I said then, everything has to die so that it can live again.
But here's the thing. I don't think it's going to live again. This is it.
Oh,
no, Dragon Age is done. And BioWare might be done.
Oh, yeah. There's no way that Mass Effect 5 is going to be any good.
Yeah, they can't.
Well, there is. We'll get to that in a minute. There is a report on that. We can dissect that at the end of this discussion here. But so the game finally dropped on Thursday. Prior to that, people who had gotten early access to it and were giving legitimate takes said the game plays like God of War 2018. It's
what
shallow.
A bizarre thing to say.
Yeah.
It's shallow. And it also plays like Mass Effect, and that makes sense because they brought on Mass Effect devs to help it in crunch.
Makes sense.
And here's the thing, because you notice this. Mass Effect, and then Jed has played it, so he knows this now when I say this. Mass Effect, your 3-man party. And that works with Mass Effect because you're used to it. Dragon Age, in its entire existence, 4-man party. Suddenly, it's a 3-man party. And it plays like Mass Effect, where you are calling out to your companions to do abilities. Your companions are operating on an AI you don't even get to really program, as opposed to previous Dragon Age games where you could program the AI significantly for your characters. Little less in Inquisition, but really in Origins and 2. But in this one, it's just call them out to do something. Tell them to do this. Tell them to do that. There's no intimacy with your party anymore in Dragon Age like there used to be. So we got a lot of that. I'm not going to play it because we are not going to suffer through it, where I will show you this. So let me bring this up real quick. I will show you this because you need to know. You need to know what they did to my pirate queen. My pirate queen, Isabella.
Oof.
Who in Dragon Age 2, she had boobies. She had the boobies. Look, this is her in Dragon Age 2 with them titties. Look what they did to her in this game.
We sure that's the same person?
It is Isabella. I've heard they got the same voice actors back and everything. It's the same. It's Isabella. They have her with a stupid little pirate hat now over her bandana. But Adam, she's skimpy. They took away her titties. They made her ugly. And they made her, in the video that everybody has seen by now, bend the knee to the pronoun brigade.
Oh yeah, have you been watching those videos, Trey?
Yeah, we've all seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
We've all seen it. We've all seen it.
Yeah.
So we're not going to play that because that's going to take us down a whole nother thing. I don't want to spend time. This is what they did to Isabella. They ruined my pirate queen.
Oh, she's
ruined my pirate queen. They also ruined Morgan, Claudia Black's character. Finally, they used the photo scan to make it look like Claudia Black, which is great, but they didn't give her Claudia Black's body. Claudia Black's rocking body. So they desexualized everything, made them ugly, and made them bend the knee to the pronoun brigade. You know the video. But here's the thing. Okay, so we get the launch on Thursday. We've heard everything. I will say this, and I've apologized for a couple weeks now, and I will say that I am glad now that I cannot afford to spend the $70, and I don't want to spend the $70 because that would have been true pain for me playing this game.
Oh, yeah.
You guys see me do cringe shit where I can laugh it off, but this would have hurt my soul to do this. Would have hurt my soul. And I've watched some of the gameplay on various places now. I've watched it. It's not good. It's not good. But we'll get into that in a second. So we started the week. The launch happens, and I made a case when talking about Mass Effect 5 and this and that EA, if they're smart, will run away from this and kind of just let it blow over as quickly as possible. But no, the EA boss, the EA CEO comes out and says it's going to do great thanks to limited competition because BioWare's gone back to its roots. So they're running cover for this. But they do something later on that throws complete, that takes us in a direction of, wait a minute, no, if they're so confident, why do they do this? But that's the end of the conversation. Now I'm gonna make a case for you guys now. I started at the beginning of the stream when I said this. The release happens on 31st, on Thursday. But before that, I'm gonna go to my bookmarks. They're a little bit out of order. So excuse me for scrolling because I got them as I found them, and I'm missing things. Here is the Dragon Age icon. Where is it? Where did it go? Did I scroll by it?
I'm seeing a lot of terrible right now.
Hang on. Actually, you know what? Actually, I think that it's on my main page. Hold on. I'm sorry. It's on my main homepage. Excuse me. I thought it was a bookmark. It is not. Professional. I know. I'm so good at what I do. Let me just go on down. Here it is. Yes, here it is. They made a statement right here where they said, be who you want to be and lead the Veilguard your own way. What rook will you make in the Dragon Age Veilguard? And say, show us your rooks. And I replied to that, be who you want to be, lead your own way until the time to be lectured about my pronouns usage. Then you better shut up and listen, bigot, because that's what they've been doing. Anyway,
exactly
now let's do this. This is the icon of Veilguard. You notice all these faces in here. These are rooks. The character is rook, how they're referred to, because it's the easy way so they can still the voice acting be referred to without using your name that you input. It's a Dragon Age thing. There are several in here, and this is my fault because I bookmarked this on the 31st, even though it was posted on the 30th, and I didn't bookmark it till I didn't do this till later in the day. This one, a couple. Well, this is the standard one. There's a couple others in here. There's a lot of them that on the 31st, when said, show us your rook, we're going, here's my rook. Here's my rook. I wish I bookmarked them. I didn't know what I was seeing at the time because when I got this, I noticed them in here. Plants.
Yeah.
Fake fans. Pre-purchased people to play the game and fake play the game. So now we're going to go back here. So they opened with this letter, and I'll just bring it up and we'll look at it real quick. They talk about how they started it as Dreadwolf and this and that, and they're so happy that Veilguard is the culmination of the devs team's love for the franchise and our shared vision for the game. Just as each of you have inspired us to do our best work, we now hope to inspire you through the journey you take within Thetis. We cannot wait to see the deeply personalized characters you'll create. That's what they care about. They're telling you, we just want to see you make your character. That's what they really care about. I'm going to keep making my case. Stay with me now. The inventive ways you'll combat your foes and decisions you'll make that shape your adventure. Remember those words. And of course, we're eager to hear of the relationships
Oh boy.
you'll form with your companions along the way. Because remember, every companion is pansexual.
What?
Every single companion in this game. In the past, companions either went one way or the other. Or in Zevran's case, Zevran's and Isabel's cases, they will do you no matter what. Because they're very horny. But most of the time, it's one or the other. But now everybody's pansexual. You could diddle whoever you want.
Okay.
And they'll diddle each other, too. If you don't diddle them, they'll diddle each other.
Back up. Isn't that just bi?
No. Nope. Pansexual is bi with extra steps. Bisexual precludes trans people. Pansexual includes them.
Oh,
speak English.
And there are different creatures in this game too. That is not
pansexual. It's pretty much anything and everything. Pansexual just means anything and everything.
Okay.
They called Disney Star Wars Lando Calrissian is pansexual.
So a pansexual would bang a toaster.
Yes, like Lando Calrissian in Disney Star Wars, he'll bang a robot. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm caught up. I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Oh, we want you to live, Trey. Perhaps the best compliment we could hope for is to hear how you made this game your own and what it means for you and your scum. Corinne Bush, game director, the fourth game director, who is a trainee.
Oh,
yeah, the person who brought this home. We're not gonna go with the creative director because they're full of shit too. Point is, that's the attitude of the people in charge of this. So now you've seen it as I scrolled by it. People are showing their rooks. Today is a good day to be gay. Rook reveal.
Is that what that is?
Identity, non-binary.
He, him.
This
is the crowd they have pandered to. Now, I purposefully removed myself from Twitter for the past 48, 72 hours. Once I collected enough of these to make my case on launch day, I took a break. And I took a powder and I walked away for a bit. Because it's all I need. But this is the crowd they wanted. These fake gamers. These people who care more about making this guy. These people who care more about making their sexually aggressive people kisser.
I was, Adam, I was just about to ask you. I was just about because you're into this franchise. I was just about to ask you if a kisser was a class.
No,
but
no,
you just answered my question for me.
The people who they have cultivated for this game care more about and there were many of these saying, I spent 4 hours in character creation. I spent 3 hours in character creation. They care more about making a character. Now, you guys know I like a good custom character. I want to make a character look good and this, that. But once it's done, I want to get them in the game and play the game.
That's right.
I'm not going to I'll spend 45 minutes on a character creation with sliders because I'm never sure. And then we'll go back and fix it because sometimes it looks different when you get it moving in the game. We know how that works, especially with Dragon Age. And Mass Effect, that's a thing. But they're obsessed with this. Go ahead.
I was saying it's like that with The Sims 4 as well, a similar kind of thing, where I spend quite a bit on character creation and then I play the game after that.
Yeah. I mean, Kale brings this up, as in many other people, and as who has actually played Dragon Age. So he has a legitimate reason to shit on this. But there are others out there who are just doing this for the cringe factor, for cringe gameplay. They have made completely dysmorphed characters, which shows you can make a normal looking character in this game. You can try. I would have made a handsome Chad to go out and slay fetish puss. I would have done that. But we'll come back to this one in a second. Here's this guy. Notice the flag in the bio. From going off of memory, I think I got my work looking. We're back. Time to slay. Time to slay.
Slay girl.
Dragon Age. The Veilguard is a go. EA partner. And look at this. Who in their right mind?
I don't get this. I don't Okay.
They have like 3 dozen hairstyles. Dragon Age and Mass Effect were ridiculed for over a decade for their lack of hairstyles.
I remember that.
They're now suddenly like, look, we've got hair and it flows. All I wanted were like 3 more hairstyles. I didn't need 50. Go ahead, Dre.
Yeah. So, but like it was brought to my attention. Like I think it was Friday. It was brought to my attention. I was on Twitter X, and somebody messaged me like, "Oh, look at all the black hairstyles they got." I said, "Let me tell you something. I've been black a long time, and I have had just about every black hairstyle there possibly could be."
I want to see Frodre.
Oh, that was a different time. I gotta find some pictures. I gotta
see that now. Now I gotta see that.
Yeah, it was Frodre. Then there was Lando Calrissian Dre. There was high top fade Dre. There's been so many over the years. Cornrows, all of them. I don't give a crap about what kind of hair my character has, because like you, Adam, and like all of us that actually play RPGs, you're gonna have a helmet on. You're gonna have some type of specialty armor or hat or something to that nature, in which you're never going to see the hair again.
I take my helmet off because I do want to see my hair. I'll admit that. I do.
I modded so my helmets can be invisible.
Yeah, I like to see. I do put time in, but you're right. Sometimes helmets are a thing, though.
Yeah,
especially if you're playing a From Software game, you spend so much time in character creation and then never see your character ever again.
Or like in Mass Effect, when you're in the field, you got your gear on, but then in Mass Effect, there's a lot of interpersonal scenes where you see your character. So you're going to get all the cinematics.
The helmet comes off for the
yeah. So Dre's point is valid. Then it's still valid. I'm unique. I like to see my pretty face, but we got more of these.
You worked so hard on it.
Here we go. Rook reveal. I've been playing almost all day Aussie Privilege, and I'd like to introduce Cassius Mercer. I love them to bits. Sure.
You love them.
Hey, Jed, your favorite.
Granny.
Screaming, crying, throwing up.
Go to the damn doctor. That's not normal. You've got something wrong with you. Check out your gastrointestinal tract.
Screaming, crying, and throwing up. I love it. It's the best. I remember the last time I was screaming, crying, and throwing up. I was not having a good time. I promise you that. I was out there on my knees giving homage to the porcelain gods. That was not a good time.
But to bring this up, all right. Dre and our old men, and Jed has played enough games in his lifetime already. In our lifetimes, when do real gamers behave like this?
Never.
Nope.
Never.
We do one thing these days. Currently, it's evolved into this now. It didn't used to be, but it's evolved into this one thing. Let's fucking go.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. And I don't understand. I don't understand. Screaming, crying, and throwing up is now celebratory.
I had to. I mean, listen. One time I had to make a choice: throw up or have the runs, and I had to make the choice which was going to happen first. I was really sick.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it was like, what do I do first? I decided I'm going to throw up first. Throw up first.
That's bad shellfish, my friend. That's bad shellfish.
No, actually, I did have a food bug. I don't know where I got it though, because my mom and I had gone out someplace for food, and we both caught it, but we ate different things, so we don't know.
Lord.
We both had the same thing that one time. But
you make a good point, though. These people might be having all these like vegan bug diets or something like that, and that's what's making them so prone to vomiting. It's not normal, people.
So this is the behavior I keep saying, but we keep going. We got another look. What is this? I'm sobbing. This game is absolutely breathtaking. Once again, real gamers, nerds. Nobody says I'm sobbing. and making a character that looks like this. That's basically a man bun, and you lose all privilege in masculine society.
Yeah, that's very gay.
Yeah.
Now, are they saying
this guy also keeps this guy? I found multiples of his. He just kept posting and posting and posting. And we'll return that in a second. Go ahead, Dre.
So are they saying they're sobbing because of how great something is?
Yep.
Yes,
Crying is a
yes.
good thing to the stance. It's genuinely, every time we see the stance talking about something, they're always crying. They love it so much.
Wait. Oh, okay. So it's like gay boys watching Rent. Is
Yeah,
that
sure.
okay? All right. I'm trying to understand what this stuff means.
Yeah.
So so they're crying because it's so breathtakingly beautiful. Kind of like
so
when
his
you,
character is so breathtakingly beautiful because
Oh.
there is a theme in all of these Rook reveals. They are very much in love with themselves in this. They are.
so it's narcissism.
If they could slob their own knobs, they would.
my.
Yes.
Oh, my.
Here we go. All right. Verify the game files. Blast through the CC this time. Generically handsome, piratey elven. I don't know what LOF means. Looking rook it is. Here's this guy's rook. What is this?
Is he a Native American stripper?
It's an
It
elf.
looks like Maui from.
I don't know. They are so obsessed with this stuff. It's all they care is about making these characters. We'll come back to this later. Here's another one. I only had Milia de Riva for 5.5 hours, but if anything happened to her, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
What is happening?
Who talks like this?
What is going on?
This is the same stuff with Acolyte.
Yes.
And
It's
Skeleton Crew. So
Jed,
as soon
it's
as
the
I
same
saw the
people.
elephant dude, you saw the little elephant kid, and you're just like, oh my god, I've got to Minecraft everyone.
And then myself.
This is deranged behavior.
Talk
Like,
to this.
God, call your pastor. What is going on?
Now,
Jesus.
here is Paul Tassi commenting on it, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Becoming gay, 62%, 60% installed.
What?
All they care about, and this game is a victory for gay because you know the first tag on the game on Steam. Guess what it is? Guess what the first tag is on Steam? Essentially, LGBTQ+. That's the first tag on this game on Steam.
So this
that was
game
the
is
priority.
making people gay?
That is the priority. Best way to put it. We're not done. Have you met my son? Now you have. I don't know what this language they're speaking is. I don't know. I love them.
Them means more than one people.
No, to them it
I
means
see
one person.
person. Yeah.
One person. Here's my favorite. Huge day for gay people. Okay, I asked this question on Bald Busters. Let me ask you guys this. Is this the setup of a gamer?
A fake gamer.
Yeah.
Or like a girl that likes My Little Pony and Hello Kitty.
Let's look at their profile.
That's all I can think of.
Chris.
Dragon Lady, help us out. Who has this type of setup?
I would have actually had a desk, but I'm sitting my laptop on my lap at the moment.
But I mean, this is, look, you can see, I've said this on Friday, you can see half my setup. Is it somewhat organized? Yes, everything is organized, but it's still kind of mashed together. It's not artsy. I have shit that I'm currently working with at hand. I got an extra fake shelf here for crap that I have no room for.
Oh, there be crap.
And behind the two monitors, this is current day, late teens, 2020s gamers. We got at least minimum 2 monitors. I have 2, technically 3 if you count the TV, because I told the room I got no more room, not even for another crane, because these 2 are on a crane right here. I got a viper's nest of wires over here. Yeah. No matter how hard I try, they get tangled. Nothing I can do. I gave up. I always give up. I try. I make a valiant effort. This is not real. This is somebody who bought this game as a trophy because they're gay and they think they've taken something from us, just like they took Star Wars. Just like they've taken everything else. Just like they took Doctor Who. It's a trophy for them. It's basically the equivalent of having a toy dog, like one of those mini dogs you carry around in your goddamn purse. Fucking purse puppy. That's what this is. This is not somebody who's going to put 300 hours into this game. They're going to spend 5 hours making their pretty gay character. They'll play it for a little bit and say, okay, I've done my part, gay win, and then move on to like a locust to the next thing. This isn't real.
I'm
real.
still confused. When did maybe I'm just out of the loop, or maybe I'm just too old. I don't know. When did video games become symbols of gay iconism? Did I miss something? Because now Adam, we remember
culture war. It's culture war is what it is.
But I remember when like there were certain art forms that were like gay staples, like Liberace or what was that? Freddie Mercury. Like those people were like.
Man, don't you put Freddie in this category?
No, I'm just saying they were labeled as icons for these folks. When did video games I know the culture war clearly, but when did video games become a staple of, hey, I'm gonna buy this game because it's gay? When did that happen?
To own the chuds. To own the chuds. That's the simplest way I could put it.
But it's a video game. It's to have fun and to.
No, it's to preach. It's for a message.
I just don't get it anymore. I just don't get people.
Listen, I just read their side thing. Listen to this person. I've been sitting listening to the main theme on loop for 15 minutes. I have tears in my eyes. Sorry for being enthusiastic and cringe, but I'm free. Help! I've been in character creation for an hour and there's no end in sight. Holy shit, thank you guys for the love on this post. What the fuck?
What is going on? These people are not mentally healthy.
There it is. This is a mental health issue. We're not done yet, though. So
they're all mental health issues. This might be controversial, but we need Tumblr back. We need these people to go back.
Go back where you came from.
The world was a better place when Tumblr knew what it was.
Is that the same guy from down here? Hang on. Is that the same guy from down here? No,
bring back Tumblr. Let all these crazies go back to their site.
Yeah,
look, here's another one.
They used to be happy there on their own. They knew that they were different, and they had their community. Great for them. Just stay away from normal people.
Yeah,
Rook reveal. He's growling. He's a kitty cat.
This is deep, bro.
I haven't played the Veilguard yet. Just spent 5 hours in character creation. That's all they care about. Okay, I'm late because it took me 4 hours to get through my character creation, but here's my boy, Rel Aldweir, whatever. So this is all they care about. So I've shown you a sampling. There were dozens upon dozens of these fake gamer accounts posting this shit. So hang on, hiccups. I'm talking too fast. Point one. Am I wrong for saying all they care about is making a gay character they can sexualize and fantasize about fucking? Am I wrong?
I don't think you're wrong at all, because literally no one has talked about the gameplay.
Well, granted, this was launch day. They hadn't started playing it yet, but they spent all this is all they want. They want Dragon Age. BioWare wanted you to talk about your Rook, your gay Rook. So we have to move. Who does care? So we got to move on now. So that's the first point of my argument. They made this game for people who care more about making fanfic characters than actually playing games. And then who they're going to F. There's a whole other section of posting of, oh my God, they're getting ready to F this person. Oh my God, he's about to meet his new love of his life. That's what they care about. So then we had the launch. They did this. Game tagged LGBTQ for being the top-selling game. We love it. They were crowing on launch day how it was the top-selling game.
Launch day.
Launch day.
Check back in a week, and we'll have a conversation then.
It's for a while there. It dropped out, and then it rose again on the weekend when it started. But it dropped out of the top 10 into the top 15, top 20 at one point. Last I checked, it would have gotten back in there, but I'd have to get a new tab for that because I can't get that on my Steam. I have to go to Google for it. But they could play about. They go about this. Oh, it's number one, and again, all they care about. Same dude. We all saw this guy, award-winning Twitch partner and very gay. Man, all they care about is the gay. All they care about is the gay.
I really miss when sex was something special. I really do miss that time. Like I'm by no means a conservative person,
Yeah.
But this type of over sexualization of everything, it's just makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
And I don't care who people spend their personal time with. I could give two squirts of piss.
It's your personal life. Keep it
It's
where
your
it is.
personal life. Go crazy. I
As
don't
long
care.
as kids ain't involved, do whatever the fuck you want.
Now, don't touch my babies. If you're touching kids, you got to go.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I'm really, really sick and tired of everything having to be absolutely sexualized. Like the idea of like, oh, look at this game. It's the highest selling LGBT, whatever letters and numbers are there. Bruh, stop. Why can't it just be highest selling action game or RPG?
Because this is how they define themselves. It's the only way to define themselves. So they have to do that, and they have to take a shot. Shout out to the grifters. It's launch day. You're going to get your numbers. And now we talk about this. So they're very happy about their launch number. Let's look at, let me bring it up now. Steam chart. Let's reload it. Let's refresh it. So we have it in the moment. Okay, they have a new 24-hour peak on Sunday right now. This is launch weekend. We are at the end of launch weekend. It's 3:30 p.m. Eastern Seaboard. We're heading into the afternoon eating where people got to get off their asses and get ready for work and go do their normie shit or regular shit for the next day. This is a game that was in development for a decade, for 2014 to 2024.
That's true.
Dre, how much god-awful money do you think they spent on this shit?
Oh my God, the amount of money that had to be sunk into this game. This joint's going to need at least, maybe $3 billion probably to break even.
Wow.
Probably so. For a 10-year run?
Now, Dre,
for a 10-year run?
You wouldn't know this because you haven't played Dragon Age, right? You haven't played these games.
Not big in. Yeah.
What do you think the third installment, Inquisition, the third game, which was the biggest seller, how many lifetime units, physical copies, do you think it pushed? Because it's only recently been on Steam for the past couple of years. So how many lifetime physical units do you think it sold?
Okay, and was that PS3?
PS3.
Okay.
No, PS4. PS3, PS4.
PS3 to PS4. Let's say lifetime. I'm gonna be extremely generous. Let's say 9 million units.
12.5 to 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
Now let's go back to our previous conversation. Assassin's Creed.
Sure.
One Assassin's Creed has like quintupled that. Any outside the original main game, Assassin's Creed, which is a major franchise, has just that puts it to shame. So, am I fair in saying, as a Dragon Age fan, and I think other Dragon Age fans in the chat today could back me up, Dragon Age is a niche franchise?
Absolutely, 110%. It is not a franchise that's like Assassin's Creed, or to be even more simplistic, a Madden or a Call of Duty. Yeah. This is definitely a niche franchise, and for a game to have 10 years of development and pulling separate teams from other Ubisoft projects, those developers that need to be brought over, that actually cost money to bring those developers from what was that? Oh my goodness,
Mass Effect.
Thank you. We bring them over from Mass Effect. That actually cost a considerable amount of money, more money than people think they realize. Because once that studio is now bringing over their developers, that means you're already paying the developers that were already on your project, and that means you're re-upping whatever aspect of the game that is. Let it be gameplay or character development, whatever part that they worked on. That is now a separate whole check coming from the game. That's now in another, could be in the tens of millions, depending on how much they had to do and redo within that time period. Yeah. So this joint has to make a considerable amount of money for a break-even point, especially for Ubisoft. And of course, Bioware. Excuse me, thank you. Especially for them, because quite frankly, I do not know how many times this was delayed. I do not know how. Okay,
it went through 4 game directors. It has been redone. It was redone 3 to 4 times. What we have now is not the original game by any stretch of the imagination.
Then my numbers hold true. My numbers hold true.
This game is the definition of development hell.
Yeah.
And Kale, we're going to put a pin in Monster Hunter. We're going to come back to that in a minute as a comparison. Now, 12.5 to 13 million physical units sold. Maybe that does involve digital. I don't know. And when you say that was basically $60 to $80, because I got my digital deluxe when I bought it. This was $80 when I did it. When I got it, I was happy to do it. They made their money. They made money. This game costs $70 for the base game, and then add $20 for the deluxe. All right.
And here's the problem, Adam. And here's the problem with this model about gauging how much money this game would actually make. And gross, not net, gross. Here's the issue. And especially games that have been in development hell. Granted, I've seen quite a few of them over my career. This type of game that had a 10-year run and 4 reboots, that is going to be very, very hard, not only to just recoup your cash, but to actually be able to make a net profit because of how the digital market sales work. Because now you have to put into consideration, if you're actually putting this on discs, are the discs actually going to sell when you actually send them to Walmart or GameStop or whatever the case may be? Those could be an absolute net loss, period, because you're still putting those things on print. That's money spent that will not come back. So the digital one might be the only way to make money gross wise, but you're already putting yourself in the red because you have deals with the retailers that may not even be able to move these products. It can be an absolute nightmare. It might take an entire life cycle for this game to, let me be generous, break even.
And here's the thing, though. Simultaneous release on Steam and console. This is their peak. They've been out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days now, and they're coming to the end of the weekend play sessions now. People are going to stop playing in the next 3 to 4 hours and get ready for work the next day. 89. They were so happy. Biggest release on BioWare on Steam ever, and I've heard it noted that. And as I mentioned, I didn't know this. I had to be told this. BioWare's only been on Steam for like 3 or 4 years. Jedi Survivor was one of their first games on BioWare on Steam. To have this is not an accomplishment. This is not an accomplishment. 89,000 people playing right now on Steam, and as Kale brought it up, Monster Hunter Wilds beta, when it started on PC Steam, at a peak of nearly 500,000.
Good Lord Almighty!
I did it on beta on PS5. I was on the PS5 beta the other day. All right, and this is only it's for one small section of the starting area of the game, and you can't even do anything. You could run around and do shit, but you can farm and grind all you want, but you're not going to get any. You can't upgrade your weapons. This is people messing around. 24-hour peak 147, current 62, and it's just the beta. People have done all they can do in it, so they're stopping. That's why it's dropping like this. But in 3 days, this how much? This is all Dragon Age is done in 4 days.
That's not good, man.
So that means 89,000 people right now have bought this game on Steam. Let's be generous. Add another 20, 30,000 across PS5 and Xbox. Because we know people were saying there were not a lot of pre-orders going on.
That's true.
Okay, that was the rumors. And I doubt, and adding people who will buy those copies. But tell me, maybe I'm not going to say 200,000 people playing this game. I can't say that. There are not 200,000 people playing this game. So a little over 100,000, somewhere between 100 and 150,000. That's my statement on that. That at $70 to $90, that makes not a profit.
No.
And that means you've maybe sold. I mean, I don't know how many units. Is it fair to say that the majority of gamers in the world are PC based? Is it fair to say that? At
this point, I think that's fair. Now, it depends on what we mean by PC based.
This, right in front of me, computer.
Okay, as far as Steam players or people that prefer your own PC, I would agree with that because
Steam, GOG, Epic, whatever.
Yes, I will agree with that because just about everybody that has a console still has a PC and they still engage. I'm saying like they're gonna go to PC first. You know, people are more and more going to PC first. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Star Wars Outlaws, that failure. They didn't even get to 5 million units sold, and that's not even on Steam yet. On November 21st, wait for my video. We're gonna fire up the Steam charts on that day, and we're gonna have fun. Their physical copies sold also through the Ubisoft store, but they didn't sell the units, and that's a Star Wars game. This game will not sell millions of units. No way. No how.
Look, I just did the numbers real quick, Adam. Just really quickly. Just for Outlaws, they didn't even hit their units, and I was just averaging it at $70 per purchase.
Mm-hmm.
They would have made $350 million. And that would not been enough to break even for Outlaws.
Not for a 10-year development hell game.
No. Nowhere close to this. Nowhere close. No. And that's one of the bigger problems with modern gaming. With these massive, it's the same like films. Like how films have budgets that are so ballooned that it's impossible for them to make a profit. The gaming industry is literally in the exact same hole.
They're taking too long to make these games.
That's correct. And just like for films, video games, it's the longer that joint stretches, the harder it is to recoup your cash. And I've been a part of a couple of games that were long that took a while, but also there were some that had quicker turnaround. Some are surprised how quickly Fallout 4 actually got turned around from alpha all the way to GMC. Was about three and a half years because of maintaining the creation engine, which is tremendous by that standard because you're saving a whole lot of money and you're getting to get a good return. And that junk made like a 1.5 billion.
And how many DLC did that have, Dre?
It was
so you
three or four.
You make extra money on DLC.
Absolutely.
Guess what? BioWare has no plans for Veilguard DLC.
It's over.
No plans. And all three other Dragon Age games had multiple DLC installments. Hell, the Origins had a full-on expansion pack, another 15 hours tacked on.
Yeah, that's
and then 3 more DLC. Dragon Age 2 had 2 more DLC. Inquisition had 3 DLC.
You can't tell me that if this game's pre-sales were good or it was looking like it was going to be a large launch that they wouldn't make a DLC or an expansion pack. Of course they would do that. So
yeah. So all they're talking about, we have 70,000 on Steam, now 89,000 on Steam. It's going to do well against limited competition. We're happy. They've gone back to roots. By announcing no DLC, you have told us you have no faith in this game. You're putting all of your thing into Mass Effect 5. And the Mass Effect 5 director came out and said immediately on Thursday or on Wednesday, the day before, said, we're not Dragon Age. We're going to keep it photorealistic. We're going to keep it dark and gritty. We're not like this at all. They're 2 different games. Please don't hate us. And right now, Mass Effect 5 needs to be technically Mass Effect 4 because Andromeda is not Mass Effect 4.
That's what I thought. That was kind of a weird way to phrase it.
But it's really Mass Effect 4. But the next Mass Effect game needs to be the greatest game ever. And they need to right now do a complete 180 and get as far away from everything that is Veilguard possible. And if they don't, then it is over. If BioWare doesn't collapse before then.
Oh, Adam, quick correction. I just did the math on the budget for Dragon Age. It would need 1.5 billion to break even. My mistake.
I thought 3 sounded a little high.
That's 1.5 billion. It needs 1.5 billion to break even. I'm sorry.
That's still never going to happen.
Yeah, it needs 1.5 billion. I mean, excuse me, 1.5 billion
to get that.
1.5 billion to justify its existence. My mistake. 1.5 billion to justify its existence. It needs 875 million to break even.
Okay. This thing's not going to make.
That's my bad. That's on me. Sorry about that.
I don't think Veilguard makes 500 million.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes $500 million.
I don't think so. Yeah. Sorry about that. That's on me. Sorry about that. Yeah.
I mean, especially when you've got real gamers out there showing it, parading it. And here's the other thing. This is why I say this game is fake and it's not made for Dragon Age fans. I've watched some gameplay. It's one of those games where it's the illusion of freedom, the illusion of a big world, but you're on rails all the time. You have to go
Outlaws.
this way. You have to go this way. You have to use this gear. There's no gear customization anymore. You have to get this. Your character, the other characters are going to do what they want. Oh, your relationships. Oh, whatever. No. Just give us the world. People have been wanting to see Minrathous, the Tevinter Imperium forever, and you're going to put us on rails through it. We don't get to explore it. So this entire thing, my case is this, and I want you guys to render judgment on it now. As I said, one, they made this for an audience who cares more about making a character and character creation than actually playing the game, and then using it in their sexual fantasies, both in-game and out of game. Point two, they made a game that is, as I just said, an illusion. It's not the in-depth world you used to know. It's about the sexually inclusive characters, the diverse characters, where they can sit down and give you lectures about your pronouns. That's what they made this game for, to be about, not about stopping evil. And then 3, this game is going nowhere. They announced no DLC. That shows that this is it. Once this game has been purchased, it's done. It's over. Nobody's going to buy it. Like Jed said earlier, let's check back in a week. Let's watch these Steam charts in a week. Let's watch it on the sales chart in a week. See how many people are playing. See how many people are buying it. Let's come back in a month where they're going to be forced to put out some numbers. Then let's see where we are.
This show's going to have a death knell pretty quickly. And once again, I don't plan on getting this game. I don't plan on playing it. But if the real gamers, and I'm not talking about these weirdos with pink laptops, like the actual gamers that actually play the games, this franchise, if there's not a massive wave of holy crap, you need to play this game, holy crap, this gameplay is so amazing, there's not going to be good word of mouth. This joint is not going to spread like wildfire, and this joint is going to die in about 2 weeks' time. And that's a really, I mean, my heart goes out to the individuals that are the developers of these games that are forced to make this garbage. My heart goes out to them. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Devs, the real workers, the people actually
real
making magic.
Yes, my heart goes out to them because their name is attached to this type of stuff, and it does actively negatively affect their careers. It does. So my heart goes out to them. So on that front, as far as sympathetic, because of what I know, I would like this game to do well so those people still get jobs. But on the flip side, this game is not going to do well, and
it's already
and it
not really
deserve to, and it doesn't deserve to do well.
No, it doesn't. It abandoned its fan base.
Exactly.
For weirdos.
Yep.
It abandoned me.
This is like the Shadows argument. Just like you said, Dre, some things don't deserve to make money. Some people don't deserve their jobs. There's a great comedian stand-up. I can't remember who it is right now, but he said, I want a political candidate who can get behind the idea that 10% of Americans don't deserve jobs. I think that number's a little high, but I think that's a really funny idea. Yeah, some people just don't deserve these jobs. They're more suited to other things, obviously, and that's not a bad thing to say.
Yeah.
So yeah,
working the truck stop with Dermy.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Shadows, those people don't deserve jobs. So I don't care that you're crying and sad that you did a bad job and we called you out for it. Same thing with this game doesn't deserve to make money. This studio doesn't deserve to exist in its current form.
Not anymore, and that pains me. And if this is the end of BioWare, then so be it. So be it. I'm there. I've reached that point. I don't celebrate it. I'm not happy about it, but I accept it. And in the end, this game will go down. This entire launch is why I called it a questionable launch, because it's been manufactured. There's I feel no genuine organic passion. I feel gayness is what I feel. And that is not a gamer thing. It's crying, screaming. Look at my son. Look, this kitty cat, he purrs. This isn't how we behave. Real gamers are not expressing themselves this way. Only fake gamers who care about what their next partner in the truck stop alleyway is. That's who they are.
Hashtag revive Tumblr.
Yes.
Hashtag revive Tumblr. We can get behind that.
Anybody want to add final thoughts? I think have I made my case that this what this game
your
really
case is valid, Adam. Like everything you're saying is correct, and you coming as a fan of this franchise, you know, your passion is valid, and to see that now that you have walked away from it as someone that's been playing this franchise for decades, it's more than enough to say they've gone astray somewhere. And if the people that have been paying, that have been giving you money for decades are walking away, you're doing something wrong. But, like I said before, all these franchises have to die to give them a chance to live. And I see you, Adam. I see your brain rolling. I see your mouth agape. I know you don't think it will survive. Probably won't. But there's a chance for it to actually rise up like the phoenix, because this is going to burn. This is going to burn. But this is the only chance we have for something good to come of it. So it has to go. Just like every other franchise, everything else is dead. They got the Dragon Age, and now Dragon Age is dead.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to drop the MCU story because the opener went longer, and frankly, it was better discussing whether we're going to do the MCU. We'll go over that tomorrow night on Middle Mondays. I'll make Samuel and Devil suffer that one. Maybe Bug will be there too. But we do have to talk about the pathetic nature that is Disney Star Wars.
We need to show that trailer to Dre. Please tell me.
Oh, yes. I've got it. I got it right here.
Just making sure. Just the first 5 seconds.
The Skeleton Crew?
Skeleton Crew.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
Trailer.
Now, Dre, I've been told by Stans that I'm a nitpicky performance, putting on emotional performance, and I can't really feel the way I feel about this.
Oh, okay.
All right. That bless my heart for actually behaving like this. I've been told
that we need Dre's impartial perspective,
and that I'm too rude to people. All right, so here we go. Skeleton Crew. Let's unmute it because it's muted. There we go. Did I choose the right one?
Yeah, this is the new one.
No, I'll make sure I chose audio. Hang on. I don't know. I think I didn't choose audio. Hold on. I'm going to kill it real quick. Because I think I chose the wrong audio. I think we were talking and I went on autopilot for a second there. I'm saving myself from a boomer moment. Okay.
That's good for everyone.
Now it's officially
Weasel's right, Adam. We need you to get at your real feels. Show us your feelings. It's a safe space here.
We'll get banned if I do that. I can't whip it out. I can't do that. All right.
Good God.
Listen. I don't love you guys enough to do that for you. All right, here we go. Dre, hold on tight. It starts with this.
It's really bad to start.
There it goes.
Just that. The girl trying to be all suave and like, and then when she opens her mouth straight, it gets worse.
She is gonna be a little girl boss. She is so gonna be a little girl boss.
Okay.
She's the masculine one in this show.
Yeah, this is what they think masculinity is.
All right, let's start over so you can get the full effect of that music. That music! What the fuck?
What are you in for?
And that face is, you know what? You right. I can't say what I want to say.
You want to suck my lady dick, don't you?
That's exactly what I'm getting the vibes.
Protect the children. This character's already shit.
That's the pose and the reaction of someone who's like, that's right. I'm a bad boy.
This little girl can't be more than 10 years old, and look how they're sexualizing her.
It's so gross.
I didn't get into that in my reaction, but I'm getting into it now. Immediately
you're
sexualized.
100% correct. They are sexualizing her and making her into the generic, girl boss, masculine, and that's what they're into.
On my jacket. All right, here we go. Look at her. The delinquent.
What are you in for?
Gotta have the effeminate, awkward black dude with the big, strong whammy.
Yeah, that's a boy. And Dre, he's your favorite because you see his mom later on and his dad. Yeah.
Yeah, he does have a dad, so they're going away from that
He
trope.
has a dad. I'll get
Probably.
there. Wait till we get to the dad. Wait till we get to the dad. Wait till we get there.
I found something buried in the woods. Dad.
This is unacceptable.
There's his dad.
Got it.
Now, I made a comment, and I had some Stan try to tell me when I said there are no glasses in Star Wars. And he used Disney Star Wars as evidence and then said, it's in Legends too. And I said, the fact that you said Legends means you don't know shit.
Yep.
I went through my memory banks. 6 movies. Nobody wears glasses. All these books. I don't remember anybody wearing glasses.
In Disney Star Wars, was it the Bad Batch that he used as an example?
Yes.
I knew it. And that's not even a good example because
Andor and the scientist in Andor.
Okay, I didn't know about the Andor one, but yeah, the Bad Batch one is not. It's a little bit more specific than that, even for that example.
But there is in Disney comics and Disney stuff, there are characters with glasses, and I said using Disney Star Wars as an example is not a winning argument. It's not real Star Wars. So glasses in Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm literally running through my memory banks, and I can't recall glasses either.
Yeah.
Now,
show me a Jedi wearing glasses.
Futuristic technology. You think they'd be able to fix,
Yeah.
Vision.
I think goggles.
Goggles are different. Everybody wears goggles. That's not new. Anakin wore goggles in a pod race.
Yeah, goggles make sense. Yeah, they're eye protection.
But these are glasses.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. So now we are
about this show is trying to be entirely modern, not fantasy, not space fantasy,
not
sci-fi,
Star
nothing.
Wars.
Not Star Wars. We're getting
with Dre. By the end of this, I challenge you, with the exception of like 2 things which are Star Wars and don't make sense in the first place. I challenge you to tell me where was the Star Wars in this. All right.
Okay. Fair enough.
Everything's just so modern. Like the way they're dressing, that's a flight jacket. She's trying to be from Top Gun. There's the cars that they do, which are just tires taken off of modern day cars or 80s. They really want you to look at those classic cars from the 80s. And every single thing about this screams, hey, this is the real world. Don't you get it?
Remember, this is Suburbia Star Wars in this show. Suburbia Star Wars. Oops, god damn it.
Yeah, I don't believe this is space.
Director from Lucasfilm, the director of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, we can turn this off now.
And The Mandalorian. Ha.
What do you think it is?
No, that's the thing. That's the challenge again. It's a new story with new planets. How dare you criticize this?
It's garbage. My thing with what we see right here are those vines or wires that we're seeing everywhere in these shots.
I don't know.
If they're vines, that ship has been there for a very long time, to the point that local vegetation has overwhelmed it. It is not pressurized. This thing cannot fly to begin with, and there's no way it'd be able to survive a vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
If there's vines inside of it, this is impossible.
We'll find out in 4 weeks. Find out in 4 weeks.
Touch anything.
How did they accidentally do that? That's the whole premise of the show. They find an abandoned spaceship, they get in it, accidentally fly to the other end of the galaxy and get lost and don't know their way home.
And it's a nav computer. It'll chart where you go. It'll chart but it's Disney Star Wars. They should be able to get back instantly. Fast travel. Come on.
This is deep, man.
What did you do? We're lost. Really lost.
Oh, female Geordie.
Stay together.
Actually, she's not blind. I've seen a clip. She's got real eyes on her. That's just something she wears. Because the clip early on where they're going to go into their garage in Star Wars Suburbia and the door opens and she flips them down real quick. So she's embarrassed, but I don't know. Now, what? Okay, let's go back. She's going to tell everybody, follow me. Go back.
Another Kathleen Kennedy
Stay
insert.
together. We just need some directions home.
Come on, kid. Pay up. Whoa. Where'd you two find an Old Republic credit?
Okay, you saw Jawas and they said Old Republic.
Old Republic means something specific, not just the Republic that existed 25 years ago, 30 years
God,
ago.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Okay. So they
Now
pressed a
something-
button.
Okay.
A button.
A button.
And it went in outer space. Just press the same button again then, because apparently that button sends you instantly because there is no measurement of time in hyperspace
Don't you
anymore.
judge this, Dre. Don't you judge this. It's new planets.
I'm really hoping they're gonna pull a Alien Romulus and have that main little girl like see a bird and be like, "She's the canary in the coal mine. Don't you get it? She doesn't want to be here. She wants to fly free."
I don't want to be here.
Well, you're here for a little bit longer.
Over here, quick.
All right, so are you ready for Jude Law babysitter?
Jesus Christ.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't like Jude Law as an actor.
I have no real opinion of Jude Law.
I think he's a
What I've
decent enough
seen-
actor, but I think he plays in too much garbage.
What I've seen
a
him
lot
in,
of garbage.
Yeah, to be categorized as a great actor. That's just my opinion.
I cannot name a movie I've seen him in that I love. Not because of him, just because I can't name a movie that I thought was great that he happened to be in. I can't.
I
name
like
it.
Especially the last few years.
I like the Sherlock Holmes movies.
Oh, I hate those.
Same
Oh,
here.
he was Watson, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was watching
I hate
those
those
movies.
movies.
I enjoy those movies for what they are. I don't
Yeah.
really consider
Same
them
here.
as legit Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
But
I know I have a bias with those because I'm a big fan of the books, so I fully realize I have a bias when it comes to those films. But I really
saw
can't
each
stand
one
them.
once. I saw each one once.
Oh no, I actually enjoy those movies. I actually rewatched the second one maybe last month. I have it on DVD, so I popped it in.
Hey,
Had a
you're allowed to
good
like
time.
it. It's fine.
Yeah. Like they're not fantastic by any means, but I enjoy them.
I watched them. I thought, okay, I've seen them. Fine. I have no feelings. I know I have no feelings on them.
I understand.
Yeah, which is my point.
What about gay Dumbledore? He played
What?
Dumbledore
Oh,
in a
yeah,
relationship.
Fantastic
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
With Matt Mickelson and him were secret boyfriends. Isn't that incredible?
Jed, I don't think anybody watched those movies.
No, nobody did. That's why they're canceled.
They were really bad.
Yeah.
So remember now, Jude Law is their babysitter who wants to make a deal with them to get them home. That's what we know.
And he's got Jedi powers.
And he might be a Force sensitive. Yeah.
We'll make a partnership. But we have to move fast.
Alien gibberish
I have a question real quick. When is this will be taking place?
in the Mandoverse.
So a few years after Return of the Jedi.
This is after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
This is what will be taking place.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is Mandoverse. This is total Mandoverse.
So he's going to be another one who survived the Purge, probably. If he's
Who
Force
knows?
sensitive, probably
Who knows?
survived the Purge. Unless
Wait
he's
a
old Cal
minute.
Kestis. Wouldn't that be wild?
Don't do that.
That would cause a revolt.
Don't do that. Don't do that shit. Don't even put that into the ether.
Some people really like Cameron Monaghan, and they want to see him.
Yeah, don't put that in either. I like Cal Kestis personally. I enjoy that character.
He's another tryhard. He's another tryhard
He
Jedi.
needs to die by A New Hope.
Adam, stop being a hater. Stop being a hater for 1 second. Look, there's not a whole lot of good new Star Wars out there, but Cal Kestis is easily the best thing that's happened.
Did you play Survivor?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, Survivor.
This is Major Tom in Huttese. They can go fuck themselves.
No. That's insane.
Not David Bowie. No, come on. That's mean to him.
He was already gay enough.
Bowie could be whatever the hell Bowie wanted to be.
Yeah.
He's Bowie. All right, he's Bowie.
But
oh god.
Dre, I only ever played Fallen Order. I enjoy Fallen Order a lot, but I never got around to
Same here.
Survivor. I heard so many mixed things that I never got around to it.
Survivor, the story is nowhere near as good. Nowhere close. Nowhere near as good. But the mechanics for gameplay absolutely improved. But the story, my God, it was not. I didn't even replay it. I didn't even replay that game once. I replayed Fallen Order several times because I thought the story was really good. But Jedi Survivor, the gameplay, the different saber stances, tremendous. Actually introducing a pistol, wonderful. That story made me want to jump off a roof.
Yeah. That's more what I care about. So yeah, I think I made the correct decision.
Yeah,
Fallen
yeah,
Order
the
would have
story-
been perfect for me though if Vader had killed everyone and then you just like follow BD in the epilogue running away on his own.
Dang.
He needs to die, and Vader doing it is a good way to do it.
Yeah, and like once again, Vader's kind of wasted, and I don't like. I just didn't like the story, except for Cal Kestis actually banging the Night Sister. Outside of that,
they had fugly black chick beat Vader in a duel. Give me a fucking break.
She didn't win, but you have to use her to fight Vader. And like I had a very big problem.
I saw the clip. Look, the amount of battle damage Vader takes against her. That's not right.
Yeah,
the ending of Fallen Order has issues. That's why I'm saying I think if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna bring Vader in, he has to just annihilate everyone, and then you just switch over to BD's perspective as you try to hide and run away from Vader.
You try to
I think that would have been a great ending to Fallen Order.
All right. What's worse, Jed? This or Orc death metal and Rings of Power?
I would say this because at least the death metal isn't an adaptation of a real song. I think that's what makes this worse.
Fair enough.
But there's been some good Star Wars music before. Like Dre, I think you might agree with this. The Mongolian throat singing at the beginning of Fallen Order was
good.
A really good in-universe pop song.
Absolutely. And once again, let's see, because Fallen Order is a good game. Like all these good pieces came together. Adam, all these great pieces put together. It was actually good. I really
Dog shit.
I need you to take the controls.
All right. Now. I have been saying for a while that this is an Orlan, which is the Max Rebo species. I've heard it now said recently. They're saying it's not.
What?
It looks just like them.
Bullshit. They have heard the pushback, I am sure now, and they're now trying to spin. No, we made something different. Offshoot species. No, you just got busted.
Yeah.
Because he's got no vocal cords and he's speaking basic through that little snout.
And got that weird ass toupee on.
Yeah, they're all going, we want to pet it. We want to pet it. Bunch of fucking weirdos.
Yeah, it is weird.
Okay. Neil. Neil.
You know, let's go back 1 second. Once again, they're giving us a ship that has to be one of the ugliest designs I've ever seen.
It's just like Outlaws. What is wrong with ship design in Disney?
It's a shoebox. Where's something that's memorable and classic?
As much as I don't like the Twilight, I think is what it's called from Clone Wars, it had a distinct design. It looked unique. It was interesting to look at. But everything under Disney Star Wars, did Rey have an iconic ship? At least in the prequels, there were the Jedi fighters that were pretty iconic.
She stole her ship. She stole the Millennium Falcon from Han Solo.
She sure did.
And in all the other movies, even Rogue One, as much as people enjoy that, I think there are good qualities to it, but it has a lot of issues. That ship, the Rogue One, is nothing to look at either. Why can't they design ships? Just get office supplies. That's half the Star Wars ships look like office supplies. Just pick a new one. I want to see flying paperclip. USS Paperclip.
Crew of murderous.
All right, so are you ready?
Whoa.
Pirate Urkel. Are you ready
the
for
real
Pirate
white?
Urkel? Yes. Are you ready for Pirate Urkel?
What have they done to my boy?
The production value of this show, as I pointed out in my reaction, is dog shit. This looks ridiculously stupid.
Is he a Borg?
No, he's got cyborg parts. He's got the Lobot going on here. He's got, I mean, and notice the diversity all over the place here. I mean, this looks like shit. No,
So
I'm not showing shade at Jaleel White, but what are we doing here? What's going on? What's going on?
I don't know what I'm looking at, bro.
These are pirates, Dre.
What do they want?
They want the ship? I don't know. We don't know yet. We'll find out. We can't be judging this. It's new planets. It's a new story.
Murderous pirates is coming.
Here's what I pointed out. They all want to yell about weapons. They just armed these kids.
I sure did. Those kids are packing nuclear heat.
The delinquent butch girl, all armored up,
and nobody else.
This. What is with this dude's hair?
I don't know what's going on with the frizzy. They got some frizzy-haired half-breed running around here.
And he is half-breed. His mama is white. His mama is white.
I know him when I see him.
You'll see in a couple seconds.
This is more just modern day stuff. That was a World War II helmet that the girl boss was wearing.
Yeah.
The costumes are just 100% modern.
Now, of course, Stormtrooper helmets are modeled after SS helmets, German Yahtzee helmets, but then they have the extra features which change it. And here's Nick Frost's robot.
Made something new with inspiration.
Yeah.
This isn't making new with inspiration. It's just put some LEDs on it so it looks spacey-wacy. That's the extent of their thought process.
Spacey-wacy was the exact same words I was thinking.
Here's Nick Frost's robot. He's doing the voice of this robot. Like
Nick Frost is in this?
Nick Frost. Yeah, there it is. His grouchy robot.
Something's wrong.
And there's half-breed mama.
There it is. There's white mama.
And here's another shot of Suburbia Star Wars.
I hate it.
It's for the people who play Dragon Age Veilguard. That's
that's a good one. I like that.
They're not going to just turn up. We need to find them.
We're not alone down here.
That dialogue, scintillating.
See, okay, and this is what I'm going to say. I'm not going to fault the child actors.
No,
it's nonsense.
We're not going at the actors. I'm going to shit all over their characters.
Yeah, the characters are trash.
The writing and the direction.
Yeah, the writing and direction is going to be trash. But this is the thing with child actors. It's very, very rare for them to pull out a performance that's actually engaging or at least fits the role.
Yeah,
these kids are in trouble.
But I am within my rights to say this performance is flat. This performance doesn't have everything. I'm within my rights, but I'm going to be yelled at as attacking children. I guarantee. When I level criticism about this, these idiots won't be able to separate fiction from reality. I'll be 90% of my criticism will be about the characters, but I will be labeled as attacking these kids.
Yes, you will. You will be 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, be warned of booby traps.
Booby traps.
I'm confused.
Because it's Goonies in space.
But you're on a ship and you're just running from pirates.
But Dre, look right here. Booby traps.
Yeah, that's just Goonies.
If you hear this, don't give up. No matter.
It's One-Eyed Willie's treasure.
What is going on? Okay, wait. Hold the mustard. What is happening right now? So, at no point in this trailer am I being pointed or directed that this is going to become a scavenger hunt and or treasure adventure. At no point. Well, did I miss something?
No, you didn't. This trailer tells you nothing. It tells you nothing. We got 2 more seconds, and then I'm going to pose a couple questions to you.
What?
There we go. That's it. So 2-episode premiere December 3rd, which means you'll get double episodes from me over the double episode review over a 2-day period. But so Dre, I asked you this before we started. Where's the Star Wars in this?
I don't even know if this is Goonies. I don't even know what I just looked at. There's okay. All right. There's no Star Wars to be found here. Let's just get that out.
You saw Jawas, you heard the word Old Republic.
And I don't even know what
Jawas not on Tatooine too. Jawas don't leave Tatooine.
But here's the problem, Adam. I don't even know what these sentences mean because I have no idea or place or time this is. That's why I had to ask you, when does this take place? Because Old Republic can mean 2 things. Old Republic can literally mean, like when Darth Revan and them jokers, that can mean Old Republic, or Old Republic as in the Old Republic, since the Empire now fell. And now here's my question. Where do them kids get that money?
They found it on the ship? Because it's from the Old Republic? It's from the High Republic. I bet it's from the High Republic.
Adam, here's the problem.
They're gonna get that in there.
Here's the problem with bad trailers. A trailer is to just give me bits and pieces of crumbs on what I'm going to experience. They literally just slashed up certain episodes and put it in a trailer with no cohesion to speak of.
Yep. Thank you.
I don't know what this show is about. Man, okay. Something simple. Something very, very simple.
He's so broken.
When Alien came out, the trailer is iconic. The trailer is simply words, locations, and a sound. And then, of course, the subheading, no one can hear, in space, no one can hear you scream. Simple stuff, simple sounds to get me intrigued to go to see the film. This gives me random scenes that are completely incohesive and are not telling me anything. This is not a trailer. This is like
I've got another question. Why does the font look like Jurassic Park font?
Is that what Jurassic Park font looks like now?
That is a Jurassic Park font.
That's very much modern Jurassic World.
Okay. Sure. I'll buy that.
Oh God! But
to
answer your question, Adam, there is no Star Wars here. I feel sorry for anybody that believes that there's Star Wars here,
and they believe it. They believe it. They think this
is dog water.
This is made for what I call. This is the term I've been coining for a while now. This is made for the childish adult Disney Star Wars stan.
Because I don't think children would find this interesting. Like children. I don't see a 10-year-old wanting to watch this.
Dude. We have in our network of stuff we do, many a father, and I've heard them say, my kids see this, they're not interested. Children are not interested in this. This is made for the childish adult on X Twitter in their little Disney Star Wars circle jerks space. They are not making this for real fans. And now here it is. So you just saw this. This December 3rd. God, fuck these people for dropping this on my mom's birthday. Fuck them for that. 2 episodes. What other Disney project is between this and their next disaster, Mandalorian and Grogu movie?
Nothing.
That sounds the right answer to me.
That's it. So they're going to think that this movie is some sort of placeholder for what's going on. So let's look in just to go through this pretty quickly. We're not going to spend too much more time on this. We got Dre's reaction, which is what I really wanted. The state of Disney Star Wars. Remember, here's the Acolyte, a fan base of 81,000 people. That's it. And
worldwide.
And they were so proud of their billboard in Times Square, which they used to first wish Amandla Stenberg happy birthday a week ago. But now they get this and I've seen several clips, nobody's even looking at it. They're all just walking by. This is pathetic. But they link. There's a link here. SaveTheAcolyte.com.
Oh, for crying out loud.
This is going to be a Wix page, isn't it?
My blog looks better than that.
Fan art, hang on. I gotta turn on the JavaScript here so we can get the full effect. Articles, fan feedback support. Save the Acolyte campaign. Join us to renew the beloved series, The Acolyte. This page is run by dedicated fans from all around the world who shares a deep love for the show and are united in our desire to see it return. First of all, fans around the world who share. There's no S, right, Jed? Bad grammar.
I know a little bit about web design. I've designed several websites myself, and this is just horribly designed. Some random person First time doing it. I swear to God, this has to be a Wix template or something. But the white versus the red is awful. They don't even have a fucking favicon. If you don't have a favicon, you are not a real website.
What's a favicon? I don't know that term.
In the tab at the top, you can see it in change.org. There's that C on the red background. Twitter has the X. There's nothing there next to Save the Acolyte in the tab. That's okay. That's just a base component of web design. Is as a IT person as well. We look at favicons today. If you haven't even got yourself a favicon, you're probably not a legitimate website. Like that's just really basic.
Legitimate. Let's keep go
like safe.
Photo by Fi on Unsplash. Our mission is to encourage Disney to renew the Acolyte. We aim to unite fans to express our love for the series, highlight its potential, and create a movement that reflects the passion of our community. We believe the Acolyte has stories and characters worth exploring further, stories and characters that have a limited space to work in. You have 100 years to do something because then the Phantom Menace happens. You have no room. You have no stories. Join our community. Join our community to be part of the movement. They like saying the word movement, don't they? Do they understand that the word movement also has another connotation that can be easily associated with Disney Star Wars? Hell, I made a movement last night.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why is the background rocks?
Because that's the beach. That's OSHA's. Yeah. That's the beach from the unknown planet. Scene. Yeah.
Wouldn't it make more sense to have, lightsabers and something that resembles Star Wars? If I was not a Star Wars, if I knew nothing about Star Wars, I would think Acolyte is a beach that needs to be saved. I would really think it's called Acolyte Beach that is about to be demolished by some real estate tycoon. Okay. I don't.
Ouch.
All right. Together, we can share our passion, collaborate on creative projects, and amplify our voices to ensure the series gets the renewal it deserves.
It deserves nothing.
Still canceled. Ways you can contribute to the renewal of the Acolyte. Rewatch the show on Disney Plus. Just leave it running. Leave it running. You could show here's how lazy they are. They show sign the petition. Here's the current moment of the petition. Yeah, you lost signatures.
Oh my God.
You lost signatures. You
lost. They said rewatch the show. That is deep. That joint said, hey, click play and then go grocery shopping.
The GoFundMe for this. That's what the GoFundMe was for. They're lying to you. The GoFundMe was not to make a new series. This GoFundMe right here was for this.
The sign?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's what this was for. They're lying to you right here. They're idiots. They're idiots. Tell Disney you want it.
No.
Write to Disney.
Mm-mm.
Write to Disney. Send a physical letter.
Write to Disney through mail? Now I got to pay for postage? Oh. No,
just get a forever stamp. You'll be fine. Send email to Lucasfilm.
Do they even know what physical letters and emails actually are, to be honest?
No, they don't.
No.
No, they don't.
Do they realize that none of this shit ever gets read?
Oh my God, this is impressively terrible.
There is a filter that sends all this stuff right to the trash bin.
Yeah, in my trash can. That's exactly where it's going.
Right. There, and here's where the billboard was wishing happy birthday to Amandla. News and announcements. This section, you'll find all the important updates and announcements about our campaign to save the Acolyte. Stay informed about new events, achievements, and everything related to the series and its fandom. Launch of the Save the Acolyte campaign on a random street in New York City, around Times Square that nobody looks at. That's their news announcement. This is all they have. This right here. That's it. That's all they got. We need you, Acolyte fandom. It should be standard.
Need you, Acolyte fandom?
Please vote for Queermere in this link to increase his chances of getting made in the vintage collection. Last Figure Standing 2024 round 4 voting is open until midnight, Wednesday 30th. Oh, it's closed.
Who is the editor for this page? Fire them immediately.
I don't know.
We need you, Acolyte fandom. That's either we need your or we need you, comma, Acolyte fandom.
Yeah. Every Saturday, we have a Twitter space, November 2nd. I was watching, I had Twitter open yesterday. I wasn't involved. I didn't see Acolyte trend once yesterday. Not once, not even the pathetic 1,500 interactions. I didn't see any Acolyte yesterday trending, not at all. So they failed on that. 3 p.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's an amazing and great space full of positive vibes and great conversation.
What is going on here,
Join
man?
our fake positivity.
Somebody paid for this.
Twitter space link. Community hub. Acolytes Save the Acolyte podcast. Listen to us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
I want to watch this a little bit. I want to listen to it a little bit.
Oh, we should. Oh, you want to do it next week?
And maybe next week. Just
no,
maybe get some
we'd have to cancel drive-in for that. I don't know. We'll find a way.
I know I've said it a couple times now, but this site is just horribly designed. And anyone who's done web design knows you don't put it all in one homepage with bookmarks labeled at the top. You have different tabs for these things, different sites.
And look, we're only halfway through it.
How long is this thing? Is this a PSA? What is it? Oh no! Oh,
I got blocked by one dude who drew Queemir's hand touching OSHA's face, and I said, "That's a dude," and they blocked me because it looked like a dude.
Yo, not the fan art.
Not the fan art. It's not good.
Sweet Christ.
Oh no! What is this? What is this?
All right, those some decent watercolor, and then there we go. How should I get?
Oh no!
Oh!
I can pass that. I can pass that real quick. Oh no! What am I looking at here? I didn't look at this yet. I'm seeing these for the first time. What is this?
What
is this?
What is happening?
Oh, what's happening is we this is Tumblr. This is Tumblr come to life.
Oh.
Start articles. Some articles about the Acolyte. Articles that nobody reads. Nobody reads. On Star Wars gaming. Feminingra. I don't know these websites. Nerdist. Hey, Nerdist. Yeah, Nerdist. The Glamour. Kotaku. Yes, go to Kotaku to read about the Acolyte. Empire Magazine. These are all shills. These are all fake fan shill shit. Yahoo.
Lord Jesus, send the meteorite.
Yeah. These are all shills. Fan feedback. We are not reading these. We don't have enough time for that. We are over
Oh
time
my
for this.
God.
All right, we reached the bottom. Join us. Credits. Thanks to the entire Save the Acolyte team for making this page possible. We appreciate the artists who have allowed us to use their fan art, and thank you for all your support in our fight for the renewal of the Acolyte. Together, we can make our voices heard. There are not enough of you to make a difference.
Oh my
So
God.
this is the state of Disney Star Wars. These are the stands. This is who they got. These are who they kicked us out for.
Bruh, that fan art was painful.
Yeah, that was
holy crap. That did something to my brain.
Dude, that's the shit I see on my timeline because I troll these assholes and I see it all the time. See, I have a bit of a filter for immunity on this. I'm okay.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
Disney Star Wars really is doomed. And the people that can't handle us criticizing it are a bunch of same crybabies who we talked about when we were talking about Assassin's Creed at the beginning of the show. So I can't wait to watch this shit. But now they're going to keep crying about this forever. And let them do it. We just got some great content out of it. Thank you. Thank you. I do want to watch that podcast now that you mention it.
I kind of do as well.
We're gonna have to. We got to see. We have to find it and see if they maybe if they have back episodes, we can take a peek next weekend. You know, we'll have to take a look at that. I don't know. Anyway, but you know what? I feel good ending it there. More overtime as it is. Let's go around the horn. Sarah farewells and get on with our lives. Jed, what's he got going on?
Well, everyone can find me at YouTube and Kick, Hollywood Scholar. Got a lot of exciting announcements coming up. One that I'm actually going to be signing for this week, hopefully, doing some paperwork for. So an announcement might be coming very soon on one of the projects that I
know what
hope
it
to have
is.
coming out next year. There's some exciting stuff coming out with some written projects. So hoping to have some news about that in the coming weeks. But other than that, just regularly scheduled reviews, videos, and live streams, and Saturday Night Drive-In this Saturday. But Adam will get into that.
Dre.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get those images out my head. I can't.
Same here.
Yeah. Hey everybody. Role Playing Comics on YouTube.
Hello, fellow gamers.
Yeah, and the Brew Plays. So this week on the Brew Plays channel, of course, I got another exciting Pokemon battle coming up with another ranked player. So that's going to be actually very, very good. Definitely check that out. That'll be on Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be some news coming up in regards to my upcoming tour for my comic book come this spring. There'll be some news coming up hopefully in the coming weeks, and I'll drop all that stuff there. But until then, everybody can check me out at TheRoot00 on Twitter X and hit me up and do all those great things like, comment, subscribe, and share the vids.
All right, Dragon Lady.
I should be simming at some point this week, but I won't be here next Sunday as I'm away.
Okay.
So,
And as for me, if you stay tuned right here, you will be directed to some gaming tonight. That's right, Alpha and I and some of the others. We are going to be doing some more Starship Troopers Extermination, where we are. Listen, I have earned my citizenship by now. I'm a citizen. I've defended myself against the bugs. And why is my studio effing up? God damn it. Why isn't this working? I need studio to work. If I'm going to close out the stream, I need studio to work right. Otherwise, you sit here like this, wondering if it's over. So we got Starship Troopers Extermination tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Me, Alf. Some of your fellow members in the chat are going to be there as well, I'm sure. We got the Ball Busters Company where we're crushing bugs. It's a good time. Join us for that. Tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. Eastern, Mellow Mondays, where we are going to talk some MCU, going to talk some more Monster Hunter World, because Samuel is a Monster Hunter aficionado. He's played the games way longer than I have. So we're going to talk about Wild some more because he was there watching me play the beta last week. So we're going to talk about that, I'm sure. And anything else, we get up to weird and nerdy shit on Mellow Mondays, which is what we're supposed to do. Rest of the week, it's Catch as Catch Can, because, hey, it's an interesting week. It's a very important week. And if you haven't done so, go out and vote. Go out and vote. It's important. I'm voting on Tuesday, and then I will be joining Static, Devil, and others simulcasting election coverage live stream. We're just going to be chilling out for the most part until the evening events go on, and then we're going to be your eyes and ears. We're going to watch stuff. We invite you to come out and hang out with us. I know we're not going to be one of the major ones up there, but come and chill out with us. We're going to try and entertain you guys and hopefully have a very, very good night. Other than that, rest of the week after that, check out more gaming across the board. Friday, Ball Busters. I have no idea what's going to happen at this point. But then, Jed, what we got on Saturday Night Drive-In?
Well, we're doing a follow-up to a film we did a couple months ago. We are returning to the land of Zorro with The Legend of Zorro, the follow-up of The Masks of Zorro. It's the one I'm more familiar with, but Adam has never seen it before, so this will be a new experience for him. I personally like Legend better than Mask, but that might be pure nostalgia speaking from my behalf. But I'm excited to see what it looks like.
That as much as me.
So yeah,
really likes it as much as me. Yay!
We've got Antonio Banderas and Catherine Zeta-Jones in the sequel to The Mask of Zorro. So we're doing that, as Jed said, my first see. And then the following week, because our good friend Algrim the Strong carried the goals over the finish line last night, the following week, I will now choose a movie that I have never seen before to watch. Inception. I've never seen Inception, so we will be talking Inception. And then because Algrim did it all by himself and I'm giving him an extra win, we're going to watch the following next time I pick. We're going to be doing the classic, The Lion in Winter, starring Sir Peter O'Toole. and Katharine Hepburn and Sir Anthony Hopkins. Oh, that is one of my favorite movies of all time. So we're going to be doing that. And then we'll be right back here next Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, for another roundtable. We hope to have fun stuff to talk about. We'll see what happens. We will see. So thank you, one and all. We did not meet the chat goal this week, so we will do whatever the hell we want for topics next week. So sorry, chat. You had your chance this time around. Anyway, thank you all for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all. We can't do this without you. We will see you guys next time. Until then, take it easy. Have a good night or day wherever you may be.